Those my fans.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not
Wait.
Yeah,
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
I don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit her with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay. Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still in the sauce with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof I'm alive by the motor. No proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what is a star? Like another city, the driver's like Florida. Just like a large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. 8, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever, and cute as could be. You can watch us on YouTube with view for free. Ay. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time wondering what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Turn the music off.
Bum from a tree.
Hey,
Bum
frog
from
boy.
a tree.
Yep. This is your fault, dude.
This-
This is your fault.
Okay.
Your fault. Yep. The dude wasn't even starting. We got a bum problem in Miami. Walks in there and just lights the Heat's ass up like a Christmas tree. Thanks a lot. I told you yesterday during the show not to mess with that.
Yeah. This is good. Leroy, you want anything?
No.
No, he concurs. Everybody concurs. Everybody knows this is your fault.
Leroy, you know what? It's strange. I didn't expect such maturity from you, but you know what? Let me just go ahead and begin to commend you on your maturity. Now, if you would allow me to address Peter Panera over here, you have the nerve to fear Klay Thompson because what? He had 28 points.
Yeah, for the first time since January.
He shot the ball 20 times, dude. What do you expect?
What do I expect? He didn't miss.
Actually, 20 times. And he did miss, but he just made a lot of threes. Jesus Christ. Can we
Well, he's one of the best to ever do that.
Well, you shot 14 of them,
He
dude.
shot over 50% from the floor.
No way.
Marcos,
How do you end? Wait,
you're
wait.
going to
wait,
argue.
wait. How
You're
do you
going to
end
sit
up-
here and
how do
argue
you
that he
end
didn't have a
up-
good.
How do you end up with 28 points and you only make 6 threes without shooting 50% if he shot
Right.
20 shots?
You won over 50%.
Are you trying to make the argument that he didn't have a good game yesterday?
I think he had a mediocre game, and
What?
everyone. If Klay Thompson is your leading scorer, you did your thing as a defense. The problem is putting up 17 points in the fourth quarter. You don't think that weighed into the outcome a little bit more than Klay Thompson's 20 shots yesterday?
Hey, man, if the guy hasn't even been starting for them and he goes out there and lights it up out of nowhere, what am I to deduce other than you jinxed it?
I think the only thing more impressive than Klay Thompson's performance yesterday is your ability to get in and out of your green leotards, Peter Pan pizza.
What is not grown up about this? What is not grown up about this? I told you yesterday. I warned you.
No one's fearful of Klay Thompson, dude. He had a decent game. Thank God Klay Thompson back to Hall of Fame form because he had 28 points on 20 shots.
Are you trying to argue that 28 points is not that impressive?
I think 28 points on 20 shots is the least you can
Wait,
do.
he shot 50%.
He
Shooting
is-
threes.
6 for 14 from 3.
He thinks
Okay,
Klay Thompson.
wait.
He thinks
No,
it should be
wait,
a
wait,
parade
wait,
to the
wait,
free throw line for
wait,
Klay
wait.
Thompson.
So wait. If he was 6 for 14 from 3,
Yeah.
and he shot 20 shots,
Yep.
right? That means he damn near made everything else.
Garbage time buckets.
Because that's only 18 points, and he had 28.
So you really think it's this dominant takeover by Klay Thompson, or is it the inept offense that only scored 37 second half points?
No,
I mean,
I'm not
maybe
telling.
3 points, dude.
Hey, the inept offense definitely had a play in it, but also Klay Thompson having his first good game since January after your ass has been roasting him, and you did it as he walked into the building. Yeah, I think, some word got to him. Well, you know what, Clay? You're listening on the way to the arena. I hope you're listening on the way to boarding your airplane back to Golden State or wherever the hell you guys are going next. You're still a bum, dude. 28 points on 20 shots. You keep saying that.
Ridiculous.
You keep saying that like that's a bad thing. It's not like he scored 28 points on 35 shots. I mean, he was on the way. He shot more than Steph Curry. Who does he? If he would have kept that up, he would have scored 40. The pace that he was at yesterday at 3. It would have taken him another 3.5 games because I don't think you know math. Slumped, dude.
Yeah, hey, right now, Marcos.
We're lucky.
In your efforts to explain
the
averageness of what Klay Thompson did last night,
it wasn't average. It was below average.
Your math is horrible. Okay, wait. Let's do it this way. If he was 6 for 14 in threes, and he shot 20 shots. Right? Yeah. That means in 6 more shots, he got 10 points. Right?
Layups, dude.
It doesn't matter. Oh my God.
Yes, he can do. It is the least he can do. But the point is, Jimmy Butler took 20 shots. How much points would Jimmy Butler have? First of all, as he started on that guy. I mean, like, I don't know where he was. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
No.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
You've been talking. Wait. You're the one. Is it time yet? Is it time yet?
I thought it was time.
No.
I thought it was
time yet?
I mean, I thought it was time. Maybe the time is a little bit, sometimes in a leap year, it throws things off,
Okay. By a day, you clown. Not 3 months.
He's got to enjoy some tennis, and sometimes it's very hot out there.
You deemed it Jimmy time. After Christmas.
Well, technically, he deemed it Jimmy time.
He said it Jimmy time.
He said it's that time.
Okay, that was 3 months ago.
What do you want me to do? No, I can't help his tummy issues.
Wait. You're the one that starts to show off Jim VP. Then he doesn't play for the next 3 games.
It's been disappointing.
When is it? I'm asking you. When is it Jimmy time? Because I was told by you and whoever.
Jimmy Butler. You were told by Jimmy Butler.
I didn't have the guts that I was.
You don't have the guts.
Okay. Then when's Jimmy time?
I don't know. I don't know where he was. He was watching tennis and then he was sick.
Okay.
I was supposed to control the BGs?
No, but again, for a guy who was absolutely sure that it was Jimmy time, I'm asking you. When is Jimmy time? Because right now they're in a dogfight.
I can't make this game because my tummy hurts. Oh no! Didn't he have a tennis friend there?
I seem to have the bubble guts. Somebody please give me some Pepto. I'll sit my ass at the end of the bench and shut up.
I left Neymar watching Haywood Highsmith. Haywood Highsmith, though, huh? Oh, good. What a revolution. Look at that.
Hey, you're still avoiding the question.
I'm not avoiding the question. I don't know. I'm answering your question. I don't know. I thought it was time.
So is it okay to look at this team for what they are?
No, because you said the same thing last year. Like it's over when it's over.
And here. If I see this inconsistent play,
but I
will say it again.
Okay, but you'd have to acknowledge, Leroy. I get what you're saying, but the bigger difference between this year and last year by the end of the year, they were healthy and still inconsistent.
Yeah.
They got 4 rotation guys out.
But again, all of my comments about this team took all of this into account.
Nah, come on. You thought Duncan Robinson was going to have a broken
disc?
No.
But I did say this. I said, I don't know who's playing, when they're going to play, when they get back, how it's going to all come together. So I have questions.
I get it. If your questions are
that means I have no guts.
If your question,
why wouldn't we have these questions?
If your question is like, do I think they're going to be healthy? I hope. I don't know. I hope so.
But so my comments were based on these things.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they were.
When you're saying inconsistencies, I think you mean them as a performance as a whole.
No.
They've had a different starting lineup in half their games.
I have said, okay, There's guys out. When they're going to come back? How long is it going to take them to get back into the flow? I have questions. I said those exact words.
It's not about.
I did.
Well, hold on. It's not about flow, though. Like, they don't even have the opportunity to get into a flow.
My point exactly.
I don't know. How does Duncan Robinson? He just needs to break a sweat.
Okay. Oh, okay. And it's just going to come. It's going to all.
Duncan Robinson's arguably been the third best player. So you're going into last night with your two top players. Bam Adebayo has to do everything.
Yes. And by the way,
you're starting Patty Mills.
If somebody says anything negative about Bam, I'm gonna punch you in the face because that dude does everything and every night.
Dude was trying so hard yesterday, and stupid Steph Curry hits a 3 right in his face. He's like, "Oh, none of you gonna stop him?"
What are you hitting the frog juice early?
Yeah. I'm just glad that we're able to come to the conclusion that this wasn't my fault. This is Jimmy Butler's fault for sure. And how the hell do you score 17 in the fourth quarter? Grow up, Pete. What could you possibly have done in a tennis game that got you that sick?
What in 24 hours?
Did he eat a taco?
I don't know.
With bad jalapenos?
I don't know. What did he get? Sunstroke? Isn't there a canopy there?
Hey, that don't happen to black folks. We used to the sun.
Makes sense. Or you get out of there and you realize.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that too. So I'm not saying that the Heat don't have the talent to do it or the gumption or the culture or whatever. But I am saying that with what I'm seeing right now, I got questions. I got questions about their health, about their ability to play 4 quarters, right? I just do. I don't know, like, and you can put whatever twist you want on that as to what it means, but that's the reality. Do I want the Heat to win? Hell yeah.
Nobody's saying you don't want the Heat to win. I know you're a Heat lifer. You're wearing a Chris Bosh shirt right now.
Right, exactly.
How deep is your bench? How deep is your bench?
Hey, maybe he had to go home. Bench? Maybe he had to go home because he wouldn't go at the Miami Open.
I don't know.
I know I wouldn't. I call Spo. I might miss shoot around. I got to make a run. Let's see.
Jimmy, you there? I'm not going to make it. What happened, man? Tacos in big face.
So what do we do now? I'm not gonna say nothing. You tell me what's gonna happen.
I mean, we wait till Friday. We wait till Friday. We beat Joe Cronin's team, and then we try and beat the Wizards and make up for that embarrassment that we had a couple weeks ago. You know,
like I don't think the guys don't want to win. I can't for the life of me. I can't explain how a team could look so competitive and then score 17 points in a quarter.
I can. Their leading scorer was Haywood Highsmith in the first half. He averages 4 points for his career.
I mean, but that's the way he's always done things.
I know. I understand.
Like you can't.
This is the real answer to it is they don't have anybody of these bodies who is a good shooter other than allegedly Cole Swider in the G League. Right. None of these guys have other than Patty Mills, which.
I mean, can I just say there's to a certain extent, if he was shooting the ball great, he would have still been where he was.
Well, he's.
I mean, is that not the reality?
I mean,
I'm not saying he can't play, and I'm not saying he can't contribute, but I'm saying if he was lighting it up like we needed him to light it up last night, he would have still been on the team that he was optioned out of.
Good day, everyone.
Thanks, Patty.
Good day. It would have been a better day if
the basketball says that, so it leaves his hand. Good night.
I mean,
good day, everyone.
I feel bad for Bam.
Me too.
Because the effort that he has to put forth just to keep the team close is nothing short of miraculous.
Not to mention he
And-
took a clothesline to the back of his
Oh
head
my!
yesterday.
How is that not a flagrant?
No idea. No idea. Spo was pissed about it.
I mean, so I mean, we regroup, get ready for Friday, and the only difference between today and Friday is there's 2 days, and hopefully they play another game before you know.
They supposedly have a practice on Thursday if they have the bodies for it.
I mean, who are they going to play against? Karan?
Yeah,
Right.
the coaches.
Right. I mean, it's torture. It's torture, and it's torture for this reason. Because you'll watch the first half and you'll say, okay, we're in this. We got, we got a feel, we got a little groove going. Everybody's doing something. Nobody's doing anything great, but everybody's doing something to keep, heat culture, baby, heat culture. And then, they're going to have that stretch in every game where nobody can make a bucket.
Yep.
They don't have a go-to guy. They don't have a guy who can shoot a three. So everybody packs in the paint and just beats up on Bam. And it is torture to watch.
He missed my
'Cause
goal
you know it's
yesterday.
coming.
I wanted him to shoot 5 threes, but he got to 3 attempts. I like it. Fire away.
I mean, he's probably saying, oh, now I got to shoot threes. Anybody make a three?
Yeah, guard Steph Curry, shoot some threes, get everybody involved, be the point guard. And all right, Patty Mills, you break. Sorry, Mike.
I mean, Yovi
G'day, everyone.
got a ball that didn't hit the arena.
Nope. Rozier had one of those too.
I thought it was tipped. But I'm like, wow. You missed the whole gym. So I don't know, man, frustrating. It's not frustrating that they lost. It's frustrating, like Marco said, 17 points. The game was close, and it just seemed like they were playing with you.
Also, it was Marcos' fault.
Yeah, it was Marco's fault.
Yeah,
Marcos, you're not supposed to mess with. You know what happens when you say stuff like that.
Decent game.
Your fault. Your
4
fault.
months, dude. Jeez.
By the way, this Draymond Green's allowed to do whatever he wants on the court, huh?
Oh, you know what?
He could just he's allowed to he can just strangle people. I mean, I'll give Patty Mills a hard time, but it's hard to focus on the game when you don't know if a rear naked choke is coming at any point.
It's true, dude. Whatever he wants.
I didn't know if I was watching a basketball game or a UFC fight.
He's like going, ah, ah, ah. Like they go to review it. I'm like, oh great, they're reviewing a flagrant foul. No, sorry, that bucket. They came completely changed on that play because it was like Bam Adebayo hits this bucket, and you're like, oh man, we're getting that and the foul. They go, I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be a flagrant. Nope, sorry, foul, common foul, and you don't get the points. What?
Yeah, and it was on the floor.
What? He strangled him.
He strangled him, dude. He actually strangled him.
What? I got to take a break. We'll be right back.
No -1 here. G'day, everyone. I'm Patty Mills of your Miami Heat. You're listening to Tobin and Leroy on the home of your favorite basketball team, AM 560 Sports, WQAM.
WQAM, broadcasting live from the Ed Moore Sawgrass Auto Mall studio.
You should be playing. Yeah. Jimmy Butler had the BGs last night. Couldn't play. So we lost to Klay. I will say, though, Marcus, you will like, if you did see Klay Thompson yesterday, very much the which one was the least famous BG?
Oh, okay.
Because like that's how it feels. Like, because man, I will say, I don't get. You know, Leroy always tells me, he tries to teach me lessons. He's like, you got to appreciate greatness. And I don't do that, I think, enough. I think that's fair. I like to just live in my narrative world and lash out.
Yeah.
This Steph Curry's hypnotizing. It's impossible. He's a magician.
Every time he comes to the arena,
he's a magician.
You are glued on him. You go
can't,
early, and you're glued on him.
You're glued. The whole thing is a show and a spectacle. And everybody's there to see him. And you know what? I think the thing that's coolest about him, obviously that's happening in every city that he plays at. And he's a show pony. Like, he loves it. He goes out there and he puts on the show for the people. They go and see his cool little drills. He's doing tricks. They're all so excited to see him. He's doing half court shots. He's doing soccer tricks. You know, he's just doing it all. And like the whole, lower bowl is just excited to go see this guy in action, the best shooter we've ever seen. And it's insane. Like, it's just Leroy. The thing that was crazy about it yesterday was,
why is he shooting all those 2-pointers?
Oh, this is just the start. A little warm. You got to act like you're going to, maybe I'll need it every now and then, even though, he's going bomb skis.
Does he miss?
Well, I maybe made this edit look good, but but I will say not much.
Yeah,
he doesn't miss much. He doesn't.
It's amazing, isn't it?
He doesn't miss much. He's like, look at it. He's like a sea lion. Hits the ball off his head, goes and shoots half court. Bink.
Wow.
I don't like. He's the only guy. Like, who do you see practice half court shots? He's like,
what's crazy?
The people want to see it.
People go see Steph like when you used to go watch the home run guys hit home runs in pregame in warm-ups.
And you're just dazzled by it. You'll just sit there and be like, have I been sitting here for 8 minutes just watching this nonstop? Yup. But the thing that was crazy, so he goes out and he does the whole show. Then he signs a ton of autographs for all the Warriors fans that are there. For a guy of his stature to do that before a game was cool. And then I left it. It was a very late post game last night because Spo took a while to come talk to us. Obviously, probably sulking with he's like, Patty Mills. What was I thinking? So he comes in and he speaks to the media. The players come and Bam and Haywood. So we get out there. I mean, if I left the building 11:30 for a 7:30 game, that was pretty late. And dude, that player bus surrounded by people just chanting, Curry, Curry, Curry. He is a rock star.
Damn.
I don't see that for LeBron. I mean, I know LeBron is loved, but I do not see that.
I think people love LeBron and his talent, but there's a lot of people who have attacked LeBron for whatever reason, right? He's more, I would say he's more polarizing than Steph in that you have both sides of the LeBron story because Steph is known as the greatest shooter ever, period. There's no argument. There's no, what about this guy? No, he's it. Whereas LeBron, every time you mention LeBron, you mention 2 or 3 other players. And so it becomes an argument instead of just what you get with Steph.
Shmee wants to know, did I curse out all the bastard kids wearing Curry jerseys? No, they gave me middle fingers as I walked back.
Is it, take some of this, Tobin?
Is this your bum? Curry the GOAT.
Barely played, man, on a minutes restriction because of how much of obviously you see it from the fan base. The organizations look at him like, once this guy goes, what the hell are the Warriors?
Yeah, there were like 2 demoralizing plays though that he had, because there was one where Draymond Green looked like he shot a bowling ball and it bounced right back to the Warriors, and then they kicked it out to Curry from 30 and he just went swish. I was like, oh, come on.
That's just it, man. Like wherever he is on the court is open season.
What is that? What is he doing? So anyway, it is a cool thing to see.
Like, what's crazy to me? I always think about this, and I tell people this all the time: how different football is than basketball. Because when you watch guys shoot, when we go watch either at practice or in pregame, they hardly miss. So a guy shooting threes might make 75, 80% of them, right? And then you get into game time and live situations. If he makes 40%, you're giving him a standing up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's not like that in football.
Nah.
Football, you if a ball's thrown, and you better catch it. You better do, everything 100% and be accurate all the time.
Listen,
and it's amazing.
Tua makes 6 out of 10 throws. This guy wants to get rid of him for some rookie. Are you going to be glued to your set to watch Michael Penix's pro day today, Frog Boy?
Is he going to run the 40?
I don't know. I don't know what he's going to do.
How mobile he is,
He's gonna be on NFL Network today, just watching pro days of guys. I think Talia's pro days today.
Yeah,
he did not get an invite to the combine, so we could see.
I gotta watch that one. Actually, I do, because if he does something surprisingly well, and that somehow fuels my argument even more, that'll be great. But I haven't heard great things.
You think the Dolphins send a rep to Maryland pro day?
No.
I think they'll send me. I'm an insider. That's good enough, right?
Really?
Oh man, we'll take a quick break. You guys can get at the show. We're on Miami 560 WQM, YouTube, and Twitch. Danny Green is going to join the show today. Yes, that of three-time NBA champion, beat the Heat twice in the finals. Wow. Lose to him too in a very famous finals, 2013. One with Patty Mills.
Yep.
On the Spurs.
He was also known as a D&3 guy.
Yeah, he is the new Odyssey NBA insider. So he is going to hop on the show. We'll talk with Danny Green a little later on today in the show around 12:30. And more shenanigans to get to. We got Rats Off a Ship later on in the show, a mixed bag, and still another pair of Heat Knicks tickets to give away for next Tuesday's big-time matchup. Take a break. Back after this.
Tienes estilo para llamarme atención. Me tiras dardos pan directo al corazón.
The Shakira?
It is indeed.
You know, JFig lashed out at her last year and said that she was the jinx. But I saw a stat today perusing Heat Twitter. No idea if it's real or not. But apparently the Heat 0-4 with Neymar in the building.
Whoa!
So let's give the business to Neymar the same way we did to Shakira, JFig.
Dang, keep that same energy, Figgy.
Just letting you know. Neymar, apparently, he's the mush. Which, by the way, I mean, look, if you're Jimmy Butler and you're sitting at home yesterday, sick, if he is watching the game. You can't feel good to watch, Neymar hobnobbing with the Warriors after the game. Should have been you.
Should have been you, dude. Should have been you.
Should have been you.
I had a similar situation, I was it was all 6th grade. I remember like it was yesterday. Asked a girl to a Valentine's Day dance. You know what happened to me?
What?
Last second I got grounded. You know what she was doing? Hobnobbing with other people.
Wow.
Hobnobbing with other people, dude.
Found the new Frog Prince.
Look at that.
Wow.
That's what happens when you're sick.
We ain't have all them problems.
This, of course, leads to the question, what did you get grounded for?
Oh, I lied about my report card.
Oh,
hey,
what?
But wait.
Always that.
Hey, that's back in the day when they used to send it home.
Yeah, paper
In the mail.
I don't know. I didn't get mine.
Wait, let me guess. Marcos, I've done this. I know how this works. You figured it wasn't going to get there till after the dance.
Oh, no. I knew that it was, so I was like, I don't know. Didn't get mine for some reason. I'm the only kid in school that didn't get his report card. Yeah, one quick phone call fixed that.
I do feel a little bit bad now for kids because with my daughter, and I'm sure
you can just go online.
It's almost like your daily fantasy team. You could check your kids' grades. If your kid misses a homework, you could find it like, hey, what happened here? So, because my daughter's a little bit like Jimmy Butler in that, sometimes she's coasting. She's like, give it a good couple of weeks there. I'm not feeling these projects right now. But, back in the day, you used to be able to still rally and used to have, final Sophia. But instead, no, you're getting badgered about every homework and every assignment. It's tougher these days.
Damn it, dude.
You want to know how my childhood went? From the 9th to the 12th grade, I never did a project.
What?
Yeah, because when I was in the 10th grade, I had to work. And when I was in the 9th grade, my dad's like, I ain't spending no money on no extra little tidbits. If your teacher got a problem, tell him come see me. I tell him, he'll say, I'll show how the real world work.
Oh, dude, it's ridiculous these days. My daughter's last project from this, I'm gonna tell you something. It's school time, right? No one's listening. This drama teacher, okay?
Yeah.
Appropriate subject that she's teaching.
Right? Whoa, okay.
Because this lady is, drama to the nines. Because she's sent home. She's like, not a good enough sewing project. I'm like, I'm sorry. What? I missed the part where in 6th grade you needed to be a seamstress. What are you having these kids do costume design for the 8th graders?
Antiquated skills you want. Your pig line isn't up to snuff.
Oh, sorry. This didn't really reach her potential as a sewer. I was unaware that this was even going on in drama class. I thought that you guys were rolling off some Romeo and Juliet lines.
Yeah, no. Instead, you're prepping for the Met Gala.
So I didn't know how this played out.
I mean, it hasn't played out yet. This just happened yesterday. We're like, what? Like, yeah, she needs to do it again. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that she's using the 6th graders just for costume design.
Child labor, dude? Does she have a merch line?
I don't know.
What's going on?
Holy smokes. The seamstress, huh?
I don't know, man. It was something.
Why is that a drama?
I don't know. They got to make costumes, I guess.
Yeah.
Making your own costume?
Why did you say just do what everybody else does? Go to Amazon.
Jeez, lady.
Cool it.
Got plenty of frog outfits on there.
Hey.
Oh man! Last night, the Lakers beat the Bucks in double overtime. No LeBron yesterday.
But I got to tell you, this has been a crazy stretch for Anthony Davis. Not only has he been playing, but he hasn't been hurt, and he's been balling.
I know.
And wait, you know who else been balling? That intangible for Golden State with the headband.
Pajemski.
Yeah. Yikes.
Marcos was mocking him yesterday for replacing Klay Thompson.
Yeah. Not a good game from him, huh?
And then what about
need it?
Wait, and then I remember you saying something about old boy that for the Lakers.
Who, Reeves?
Yeah.
Yeah, Reeves had a good one last night.
Triple-double.
Reeves had a good one yesterday.
I think you guys ought to keep your bullet points in your pocket.
Nah, I'm going to keep firing. It wouldn't be me if I couldn't keep firing.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be me. But
Marcos is just going after one guy.
Yeah.
And I've been right, guys. I was ahead of the curve on this.
You were right, but now you're not.
He had one good game, dude. 20 shots. Jesus Christ.
Dude, I don't think you understand how basketball works.
Yeah,
that's over a point a shot.
That's horrible, though. That's not a good.
No, it's not.
Marcos, no, it's not, dude.
No, it's not.
Imagine that. At the bare minimum,
what do you think the league? What do you think the league is? What 1 point?
Marcos, only a third. Marcos, only a third of his shots are 2-pointers.
6 for 14 is not a great game. It's not a great game.
I would kill for somebody on the Heat to hit 6 3-pointers right now.
No one's shooting 14.
I would take
6 for 14. Was that 40-something%?
Dude, Leroy, do you know when is the last time somebody hit 6 3-pointers for the Heat in a game?
Dunks like last week.
Like,
look at that. Look at that, dude.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. I miss him.
He's been out.
I know. Step up, Swider.
You say wait, you say Dunks has a fractured vertebrae?
Yeah.
Something. What did you read the other day? You read it. It was like
it's not fractured vertebrae.
I didn't say fractured. I just said you said something was going on with the disc, and that made me very nervous.
Yeah.
Made me very nervous to hear that.
Yeah.
And then Jimmy yesterday. I mean, the news.
I mean, guys are like you see Dunks on the sideline, he could barely sit down.
Yep.
Jimmy got his bubble guts.
I mean, what are you gonna do? Have him on the bench on a bowl?
No, you just put him on the end of the bench, and then you got to go.
Spent most of yesterday at the Miami Open. Was there something that turned after that he informed the team or this morning, and sort of what level of illness are we dealing with another game on Friday?
Yeah, he's sick. He doesn't feel well at all today. So we'll evaluate him tomorrow, see how he feels.
Can I just tell you, can I translate that? Because Spo seemed kind of blunt and to the point. Saying, hell, I left him. He was healthy. He went for some lunch and came back, and now we got the bubble guts. We'll see what's going on Friday.
What do you do to evaluate him? You think Spo knocks on the door with some chicken soup? He goes, "Hey, Jimmy. No. Hey, buddy. I brought some."
He'd probably go to the door like I would. Hey, like the people want to know: is it Jimmy time yet? We only got 10 games left. Is it Jimmy time? Because gotta tell you, the playing sucks.
Jimmy, you gonna be ready for that Knicks game on Tuesday? He's like looking. He goes, quarterfinals that day of the Miami Open.
Oh, okay.
Can I just tell you? There's certain events that I never could get a grasp of, but then I saw them live, right?
Mm-hmm.
One is IndyCar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is amazing. Live, because you can't how fast they go and how loud it is doesn't do them justice if you ain't there. The other thing is hockey. TV does not do hockey justice, and I don't know how you can fix that, but a live hockey game is so much more exciting than just turn on TV. And soccer is another one of those things that the crowd and everybody into it changes the dynamic of what you think of that, because there's not a whole bunch of scoring.
D. Matthews says you got to have Gogi because you all right, brate? You know, listen, you don't want Gogi around your sickness. He'll blow the lid off of it. He'll give you all the deets.
Oh yeah.
If you're trying, but it generally does have to. Look, I'm sure the Heat are. I'm sure Pat Riley gets that news yesterday. He goes, and I'm not claiming Jimmy Butler's faking sick. Just
no,
to be
I'm not
clear,
either. I'm
or
just
that he's talking about, but I'm sure they're just like, come on, man. Like,
dude, I can't imagine. I'm just trying to think. And basketball is different because that money's all guaranteed, and the stars, you treat the stars differently. But football, I can't imagine going into a game with your playoff lives on the line and going, Coach, Bill, Danny, I'm out. I got the bubble guts. It just like baseball's like that too. Baseball, like the smallest of things, right?
Look,
I had to cut a hole in my shoe to play because my toe was throbbing so much, and you just put a pad on it and cut a hole and let it swell up outside your foot, outside your shoe.
Look, we're gonna find out with this team.
I thought we've been finding out. We were supposed to find out in January.
Get to my point. I was not going that point. Relax.
Fine. Tired of hearing
not going that way. But
we got 10 games left.
Let's say your concerns are legit, Leroy. And
they are.
Hold on. Let's say what happened. Your fears come to fruition, and they get bounced in the play-in, or the first round, or the second round. Quite frankly, because they've been to that. If this team gets bounced in the second round, I don't even care if it's to Boston. Like, at one point, do you look at it and be like, something has to change? Something. Okay. You can't go regular season after regular season, roll of the dice who's going to be out there with Bam.
Here's the problem, right? And you're to blame with this too.
What?
When we visited that last offseason, you didn't want to get rid of anybody.
That's not true.
You get the hell out of here.
That's not true. I would have given up anybody for Dame.
No, except Bam, Jimmy, or
that's it.
Yeah,
and that's
except
it.
Bam and Jimmy. So wait. I think Smith the Spoke said that Tyler is intangible. Who's the other guy used to always be hurt that we drafted in the first round?
Justice Winslow. He's not wrong. I saw a stat the other day. I think it was that Tyler Herro, I think the last 5 seasons of Tyler Herro's career, basically, he's played 7 less games than Joel Embiid. And Joel missed a lot of time.
And what year is this for Joel, though?
Well, over that time, over that span.
Oh, wow. Does that whole first year count?
Huh?
For Joel Embiid.
I'm talking about not their first 5 years of their career. I'm saying from the time Tyler Herro got in the league, the last 5 years. So you think of Joel Embiid as an injury prone, and he missed a lot of games.
Right.
And Tyler's missed more.
Right. Well, I said that about Lamar Jackson, but Frog Boy didn't want to hear that in Tua.
Playoff victories.
He's got one.
Joel Embiid, MVPs.
I'm just saying. No.
He's never been to the conference finals.
No, but here's the deal with Lamar.
Better player.
And but you keep changing what you're basing that off of, right?
No, you keep changing.
No, I don't, because you base it off of success in the big moments, right?
Yes.
Okay. And as of right now, Lamar Jackson has 1.
Here's the stat, by the way. It was games missed the last 5 years. It was Tyler Herro 102, Joel Embiid 109. So samesies, dude.
Right. I got you.
Take a break.
Same thing with Tua and Lamar.
Take a break. Back after this.
It's time for our Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tonga Valoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Can go to hell. Tua Tagovailoa. Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food.
How to the program, ladies and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. Take you up until 2 here on the program. Let's get to our headlines. Brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Can't find my truck. I can't find my truck. I can find Jimmy Butler or I truck for this bit. I'm so sick of this stuff.
There he is. There he is.
Ah, hello, truck.
Hello.
Anyway,
truck.
double loss last night. Heat and Panthers both go down. The Panthers lost to the Bruins 4-3, coughed up a 3-2 lead in the third period. Although Sam Bennett whooped that dude's ass on the Bruins, so that was cool. Yeah, man. I mean, he gave him the business.
Absolutely worth it.
Wow.
Hmm?
I was reading a stat. Bradley Beal games this year, 43. Tyler Herro, 36.
Oof.
Bradley Beal.
These are not the people you want to be named with.
Oof.
These are not the people you want to be named with, for sure. So, yes, that loss yesterday. The Cats now 2 games back of the Bruins. Game in
Don't they
hand.
play him coming up?
Who? They just played them last night.
Oh. No, it's 2 games.
-1.
For forgetfulness.
I was watching the Heat game. Sorry.
No, I understand. Listen, I didn't get to see it yesterday either. I only saw the highlights on Twitter because I was also boots on the ground at the Heat game yesterday. Cats will be back at it tomorrow against the New York Islanders. 7 o'clock is your puck drop there. Meanwhile, as Leroy mentioned, we watched the Heat last night. They lost to the Golden State Warriors. Jimmy Butler missed the game with an illness. Kevin Love did not make his return, by the way.
I thought he was. They gave
too.
every indication that he was coming back.
Yeah. Spo said before the game, he goes, yeah, we have to give those to the league, but I didn't really think that he was going to play. So there you go. Kevin Love was not there. So the Heat right now, still 7th in the Eastern Conference. Still, but now a game back. They could have pulled very close yesterday to the Pacers. Here was Spo after the game.
Understand. Our guys are not ignorant, and our guys are extremely competitive. You have a game like this, it's not because our guys don't care. That is not it. Our guys laid it out there, you know. Just couldn't get enough momentum offensively, decision-making, shot-making, to keep it close. Defensively, I thought it was good until, you know, at a certain point we didn't make shots, and then our resolve weakened a little bit, and then Curry and Thompson, you know, pretty much shut the door, you know, with a few of those threes and their shot making, that just kind of, you know, took the resolve and the hope away from us those last 4 minutes.
Yeah, you hear that, Frog Boy? He shut the door, dude.
Yeah, it sounded like the 4th reason I believe he gave. Yeah. Number 1 was the one he mentioned. I mean, Kevin Love not being there. Missed that.
He didn't mention that.
You know, he did. You said something
before the game.
Oh, well, that's what I'm saying. This was after the game. So that was definitely Kevin Love missed him, man. Really don't know what you have until he's gone.
How many people were blaming you last night on social media for Klay Thompson?
Literally every person. Like, oh my God, 28 points. Bunch of simpletons, dude.
What do you mean?
It's not even a 30-point game.
Oh my God. He hasn't scored that many since January.
Which is a testament to how garbage he is.
I'm not saying. No. I'm not disagreeing that you have been onto something here with the sniffing around of the decline of Klay Thompson. Lord knows you have been on this train strangely for 3 years. But I told you to let it lie. Wait for the game to go by, then you mock him. But you wanted to come in. You wanted to rub some dirt in it as the game rolled up because you thought Jimmy was going to play. He ended up getting the BGs.
Jimmy, come on, dude. I don't know. Had I had some inside information, maybe I would have treated yesterday.
Poor Bam's got to he's got to chase around 2 Splash Brothers because nobody else can defend. Nobody else can make a shot. He's really tired.
Yeah. Rough game for him.
You think Bam, when he hears about Jimmy being sick, he goes, sick, huh?
Exactly. They look sick in these photos. Just bad timing, Jimmy.
Bam's like, I didn't go watch tennis. I love tennis.
No, he doesn't.
I don't know if he loves tennis, but I will say I want to get to this coming on up. I heard something about Bam yesterday that was maybe the greatest endorsement of Bam Adebayo I've ever heard.
From Michael Beasley?
I can't wait to get to this. We will. It was an endorsement, dude.
Wait, but wait. Here's the amazing thing about that. Now we are actually listening to Michael Beasley talk.
In
he
fairness,
didn't talk when he played for the Heat.
In fairness,
at all.
I've always listened to Michael Beasley. I love Michael Beasley.
I know.
Special place in my heart, old Bees.
Every Heat fan loves Michael Beasley. He was an average player at best.
No, but that's just it. You know what? He was before his time.
He was before his time, and he was a child when he was on the Heat, Marcos, the first time around.
The thing is that now he would have got drafted second, and everybody would have been in awe of his ability to score.
Oh my God!
And not give a damn that he couldn't play no.
There would be a Bees Muse on Twitter with all the people going at the haters. Oh, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, he was definitely ahead of his time. But another man ahead of his time, Jaelan Phillips and Bradley Chubb. Because you guys sat here mocking me that these guys might not be ready for the season. But I was listening to old McCoachin and listen to what he has to say about.
Hold on. Can I tell you? No.
I don't want you to do that.
Without hearing what he said, and I don't know, folks, I haven't heard it. You want me to go ahead? Ask the question.
Mike, what's the timeline looking like for Bradley Chubb and Jaelan Phillips? How's the recovery going?
Well, there really isn't a timeline, but I'll tell you this. They are ahead of schedule. These guys are working their tails off, and I wouldn't be surprised if they're not doing something when camp starts.
All right.
There you go.
Let's hear what the real Mike McDaniel had to say.
It's going to take longer.
They've been doing phenomenal. Those two in particular. You remember that line that I was talking to you guys about all season with Jalen Ramsey about no timelines? So after action report, since you guys didn't want to bring it up, I think that worked well. No timelines. He came back faster than you guys thought. But it's also from a psychological standpoint, you don't want people to chase the wrong things. I bring Jalen Ramsey up because both of those two individuals, Bradley Chubb and Jaelan Phillips, are extreme versions of, hey, we need to make sure they're not chasing a timeline, because as competitors, they will achieve that timeline. And it might be at the worst for their body. So that relative to timelines, we specifically don't have those for those two. We've had to mandate that they have a week off of rehab just recently, both of them, because they live there. They have a pseudo tape on the floor parking spots for their little scooters that they've graduated from, and they're both really doing exactly what you'd expect from those two individuals, which is absolutely attacking that process, but doing it from a perspective of, they don't want to get healthy for 1 week. They want to be healthy for the whole season. So that's what they work towards.
Wow.
Now, Marcos.
Yeah.
Did I not say the same damn thing with less
No,
words?
that wasn't. You didn't say the same thing. You didn't say the same thing.
No, the first thing out of my word was no timeline.
Well, here's the thing, though. He then added a little caveat to it, which was what I said about Jalen Ramsey. No timeline. But what did I really mean? Ahead of schedule. It's code. It's
and I
code.
said you're ahead of schedule.
Yeah. But ahead of schedule.
I just used less words. That's it. Wait.
Here's the thing,
wait. Name another injury in the league. I give it the same damn answer.
No, dude. I mean, like, look,
Dude.
these are catastrophic injuries we're coming back from, but these guys are attacking it. Huh? You know what that sounded like to me?
What?
Sounded like we won.
What did you win?
What do you mean?
What did you win?
What do you mean? What did I win?
You say it sounds like we won. What did you win?
It sounds like week 1.
Oh, week 1. Oh, okay.
Huh?
Okay. And I'm gonna tell
Leroy.
you this. I'm gonna tell you this. The timeline is the timeline. They're gonna be healthy when they're healthy.
When is
You don't know? Nobody's ever gonna tell you.
No.
The only player that I've heard with a setback was Alex Smith.
Well, yeah, that was bad.
Right. But they kept saying setback. That's the only time you've ever heard from an athlete where they say, oh my goodness, he's way behind schedule. He had some more complications. Other than that, for the most part, every coach says the same thing. Oh, he's ahead of schedule.
Not like this, though. He gave them
Really?
a week off, mandated it. He said, guys, you're 2 ahead of schedule. We don't want you ready by mini camp.
I did like that. Oh my
They
God.
won't be ready by minicamp.
You liked it, Marcos. You got to admit these are good signs on JP and Bradley Chubb.
Leroy called everything that Mike McDaniel was going to say, but that one part, though, I mean, wow. You're working too hard. You need a week off. That's good to hear.
Yep.
That's the normal course of rehab.
I don't know. I don't know.
Now, one time I jammed my finger.
Wait. Says a person who comes to the table with a jammed finger and dead foot.
Jam finger's no joke.
No joke, dude.
Wait.
Jam finger hurts.
Were you ahead of schedule with your dead foot?
Oh, dude,
How long did it take that foot to come alive?
like 3 days.
Well, like 3 days?
Yeah.
We're talking about 12-month injuries here.
Well, in the past, they were 12-month injuries.
Oh. Yeah, okay. Every time I think of that conversation, have you ever broke a bone in your body? No, but I had dead foot.
I still don't know what that is. Actually.
Nobody knows what dead foot is. He probably he jammed his toe and he went, oh, ah! And his wife said, what's wrong? I got dead foot.
You know what's crazy though? I do remember that week. He totally was limping. He said that he had dead foot.
Told you, dude, right? I was in some pain, Marcos.
I remember him.
Came to work for 2 weeks and didn't realize I had a broken leg.
I know.
And you bring dead foot to the party.
But yours was in the tibia, the fibula, or the kneecap? I forget.
The fibula.
The fib, yeah. See, with dead foot, you're right at the base.
You can't even. Dude, can I just say this? Next time somebody says something hurts, don't bring dead foot to the party. I know exactly what you mean. I had dead foot. Don't bring dead foot.
I've been trying to Google it the whole time.
Dead foot. But I mean, I'm thinking from the medical profession, dead foot is like when you get gangrene in your foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, not what you're explaining.
No, that's not dead foot. Gangrene and dead foot are not the same thing.
Well, your foot is dead when you get gangrene. Hold on. Let me see.
Oh my God.
What?
We'll take
What?
You look that up. We'll take a break. Back with more after this.
This hour of Tobin and Leroy is sponsored by Kendall Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Now, welcome back. Hey, you guys like Dave & Buster's? We got a chance for you to win a $250 gift card to Dave & Buster's in Hollywood to go watch the tournament, the Heat, the Panthers, and more. Just go to WQM.com's contest page. Enter there, and you may win Dave & Buster's in Hollywood. Eat, drink, play, watch sports. Got a pair of tickets to give away to Heat and Knicks.
Hold on. This is the most asinine thing you've ever done.
What did I do?
Okay. The term is not dead foot. It's called drop foot or foot drop, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why you didn't have it, temporary foot drop, how long? Foot drop is often temporary, and many people recover within a few months.
That's not what I had.
Okay, exactly.
I had dead foot.
You didn't.
I told you that on the front end, though. Like, I don't know. You didn't. You had drop. That's not what I had. I had dead foot.
Google does not recognize dead foot.
I mean, they can not recognize it all they want. It's what I had. I don't know what to tell you.
What's wrong with you?
You're gonna sit here. By the way, if you see this Dave Roberts, Dodgers manager, saying that Shohei Ohtani, ever since he got rid of the interpreter, much more chummy around the teammates now that the interpreter's gone. Okay, nothing to see here. Nothing to see here.
He's gonna play nice now. He's gonna be just like a picture of right.
It feels like to me, Shohei Ohtani's looking for action all around. He's like, hey, you guys want to bet on something in here?
No.
Need that action.
I think he's got to show that. I mean, at least show his teammates that he wasn't about that or whatever.
They're in there. Miguel Rojas and Mookie Betts are playing ping pong, and he goes, what are we betting on this, guys? Who's the favorite? Who we going to parlay this later? Who got the tournament? What do we got, huh? Relax. Shohei, calm down, dude. Calm down. What do we got, man? Relax.
Oh, now all of a sudden he's speaking perfect English. Right?
They're like, Shohei, what? Yeah, I could do this the whole time.
You know what? Of most, like, it's crazy because most of the Japanese players will have an interpreter, but the Latin players will try to, like, gradually learn English, right?
Yeah.
Because they said, who came here? Oh, what's his name?
Ichiro?
Ichiro.
Yeah.
They said Ichiro could speak pretty good English.
Yeah, but he doesn't want anything misinterpreted.
Bro, and that's what sucks about speaking a different language is that they're vultures, the media here, and they they just want to hear what you have to say without fully understanding that sometimes your translation, it comes out a little bit different.
Yeah, but we want to know what is the universal language?
What?
Chili peppers.
Bro,
some good old
I looked at all the universal languages on Google and nobody recognized deadfoot.
They will. Like, I had that. I'm telling you, dude, I had
no, maybe you hit a funny bone or something and your foot went to sleep.
For 3 days?
Maybe. I mean, we're saying the same thing.
No, we're not.
We are, dude.
I'm saying what Google said.
Nobody's ever had a funny bone shut down their foot like that. That's dead foot. Very painful. Because drop foot, I don't think you feel anything. I think you just flop around like a fish.
Oh, okay. You didn't even know what it was. And now you're telling me.
Right now, all of a sudden, you tell us what. Can I just tell you something? You're gonna be unbearable as an old person.
What? Why?
Telling all them kids stories,
and
they were like, "Oh."
First of all, I mean, I'm the one.
Uncle Tobin or Grandpa telling the Whopper again.
I'm not trying to say I'm sitting here and I'm tough. I'm in fact, the whole point of this is I'm looking at two guys in Bradley Chubb and Jaelan Phillips who are recovering ahead of science. And you're like, oh, what do you know about it?
Hey, I was perusing Twitter.
Yeah.
And on Twitter, somebody had the same situation as you. Who was it? It was let me get it. Hold on. First they showed the kid getting blasted by a
Bro, you all right?
Yeah, but I'm trying to look. I'm trying.
No idea what you're about to talk about.
I'm trying to look. I'm about to talk about somebody got a possum.
Oh, I saw that. That was Matt Barnes.
Matt Barnes.
Oh.
And it was 9 minutes of exhilaration because that possum was playing dead and he threw a whole fruit basket at him. Boxes, right? I mean, he couldn't get that.
I'm going to tell you.
And then he said, F everybody for laughing at me. But I'm like, Tobin wouldn't have played. Because then he went at him with a golf club and he's talking to the possum. He's like, look, I don't want to hurt you on IG. So let's work something out. Right? Oh, that, I mean, because the possum just went.
So what did he end up getting the possum out of there? Because I haven't watched the video. I just saw the tweets about it.
Yeah. He ended up getting it out. But
he got to scurry out?
No, he like basically pushed him out with a golf club. And I'm like, if Tobin had that golf club, he would have been outside.
Trust me, my confrontation did not last 9 minutes.
Well, because you thought it was rape. Wait, I can't believe I come to you for animal questions, right? The 2 times I've come to you, one, you thought the possum had rabies.
I did.
Right? No, he does not. And the other one was when I sent you a picture of the snake in my box, in the little box outside, and you go, "Ooh, that's poisonous."
Oh man, we had a snake outside in our backyard this past week. My daughter, she taught me about this app that like you take the picture and the thing can look up the animal. I mean, it's pretty great.
What's poisonous?
No. In fact, it kills rodents, so I kept it around. I'm like, yeah,
nice.
Really?
I'll take that.
Well, I mean, because now the next time you open your grill up, it's gonna be a snake and a
possible
and a rat. Hey, listen, that's right, JFig. You better have Zoom, because if you can take a picture, you too close.
No. It wasn't gonna attack me. If you're on the back, you're fine. Yeah.
What?
This was me.
Are you familiar with wildlife?
I am.
Dude, they're scared too. They bite when they scared though.
This is what happened to the possum.
The ring and then started to just lie dead next to me, and I'm like, "You little I'll whoop your ass if your dad don't do it for you." But then, I looked for his kid and I pointed at him and I saw him and I was like, "Hey."
That might be the but you know what? What makes it so funny is the kid's dad goes, "Had it coming." Right? Had it coming. You gonna talk trash? Had it coming.
This past week we went fishing in the backyard.
What'd you catch?
Turtles.
Turtles, dude. Look at this guy.
Yeah.
You see the turtle coming and you get your line away from
Inhumane,
it.
bro. Inhumane.
What do you mean inhumane?
Did you take the hook out or you just cut
of course? Nah, I took the hook out.
Yeah, and then he punted it back into the water.
I didn't punt it, I threw it.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Shuffle pass.
It was like a little.
Did it try to bite you?
Yeah, he did. Little bastard.
Hey, you ever? So I used to take fines in Everglades, right? And you can go like on Atlantic off of the Sawgrass. They have a little park back there. You could just go park and go back there and fish. But you catch everything in the world: garfish, mudfish. You got to avoid the alligators. They got turtles back there. I'm like, Fon's like, when we gonna catch a good fish? I said, shut up, boy, just catch something. Like,
that's kind of how it worked. Well, like
right.
We weren't getting any fish, and then the turtle guy, I'm like, we got something.
Really? And then what did Tommy do? Is he not a toucher of the fish yet, right?
Oh, of course, he wanted to touch the turtle. What kind of a question is
really?
that?
Yep, you're gonna get your kid bit by something because he think he gonna be like daddy out back catching iguanas. Me and my daddy do this all the time. What is wrong with you? You ain't like, come on, you gotta teach him how to be safe.
Why don't you teach me about Live Golf, dude? Why don't you teach me about that? All right, because we got some fun coming up next week with Live Golf. I saw the billboard yesterday.
It's next week, and what they're doing out there is phenomenal. But golf's boldest league is coming back to Miami from Friday, April 5th to Sunday, April 7th, and now's your chance to be there. Catch Live Golf at Doral Blue Monster and see John Rahm, Brooks Koepka, and Dustin Johnson take on one of the world's most fearsome golf courses with live DJs and a euphoric headline concert. Akon and Young G's. I should sing Locked Up, huh? I'm going to sing that next time. Tickets are selling fast, so grab yours now at livegolf.com. That's livegolf.com.
Got what you
Now, Red Solo Cup is the best receptacle for barbecues, tailgates, fairs, and festivals, and you, sir, do not have a pair of if you prefer drinking from glass. Hey, Red Solo Cup.
560 WQAM, everybody. Take you up until 2 here on the program. Danny Green going to join us, our Odyssey NBA insider. Yes, former 3-time NBA champion. He is that of 2 victories over the Miami Heat and 1 loss. So he will join the program in about an hour's time. We will talk to Danny and get his thoughts on all things in the NBA. I was just watching the Matt Barnes video during the break, Marcos, and I think my favorite part of it thus far is him throwing limes at him to try and get the thing to scurry west. He's just trying to ping throwing limes at him to see if he'll move.
And what was the final result? Did he have to?
Well, I guess they were moving out. The thing that I found interesting about this is how did he build that possum fort to try and keep him from going around the house? But I guess he was moving out of the house, so he had all these boxes lying around. So he was able to make some barriers, but the thing still wasn't budging. It tried to hide in a box, but he couldn't. But it was under the box, it wasn't in the box, so he couldn't just lift the thing and take him out. Eventually, the thing, like Leroy said, eventually just it hightailed it out of there and found its way out of the door. He didn't pick it up or anything. But I would have just, I definitely in that situation, if I wanted to, let's just say, not do the method that I did the last time I encountered a possum when I thought that it was rabid.
Yeah.
I probably would have just grabbed it by its scruff,
Really? You just grab the possum, huh?
You stand over it, right? And, grab them.
But you don't even I feel my number one reason is not necessarily because I'm scared of getting bit by the possum. I just think it's honestly one of the most repulsive animals.
It's really gross. I hate them.
It's so gross, dude.
Let me tell you something. I was coming home last night. I don't have a lot of street lights on my neighborhood.
Yeah.
And I was perusing along, and this raccoon crossed the street, but this thing was the size of Zach Sealer. It was a nose tackle.
Wow.
I was that thing was beat. If the Dolphins need a little help, get this little trash panda in there right next to Sealer.
Yeah. Help plug a hole.
Did you see yesterday? We'll get to your mix back here in just a second, but did you see yesterday Christian Wilkins said goodbye to Zach Sealer, because he's the godfather of baby Sealer, because Sealer, the Sealers had their kid, and they said old Uncle Pepper came over.
Oh.
And, now he's heading to Vegas. Very sad.
Very sad indeed, dude. Every time I see a video of him doing anything Raiders related, I'm always just looking at my ex.
Should I unfollow him?
Yeah, it's probably best. Not necessarily because there's any beef. Usually, that's the reason for an unfollow. Just to save your mental health, dude.
Yeah.
It's gonna hurt your heart.
Let's get to the mixed bag. The mixed bag brought to you by Broward Health. Well into your future. What do we got today, Steve Kermit?
It's a good one. Not gonna lie. Pretty good.
I used it on last night. He knew.
Mike Tomlin.
Oh,
you used a new term. I'm not sure. Are you familiar with the term pole position?
Yeah, pole position is that's when you have the lead position. You're at the pole.
Indeed, that is much different than I thought we were talking about when Mike Tomlin referred to resting in pole position. I was like, what in the Kyle Lowry is going on in Pittsburgh? But as you know, Justin Fields has joined the QB room over there in Mike Tomland. See what I did there? Pretty good. Okay. And this is what Mike Tomlin had to say about what should be a pretty heated QB race over there in Pittsburgh.
We're not resistant to competition, but as I've mentioned several times of late, I just think it's appropriate to establish positioning as we get into this thing. And the term that I've used is Russell has pole position. And why do I use that term? Because during this time where we're not formally working, man, I just think it's beneficial. His experience in the National Football League, his process that's been honed and perfected, talking about over a 12-month calendar, is not only good for him, it's good for teams. It's good for receivers, tight ends, running backs, etc. all the things that people that are really committed to winning do this time of year. Russell has those resources, man, that structure. And so that's why I say he has pole position, man. It just creates a synergy that I think is good for this time of year. When it's time to compete, we get in training camp-like settings and going to preseason stadiums and so forth. Obviously, Justin will be given an opportunity to show his capabilities.
Makes sense. Makes sense. You have the veteran presence there. I don't think there's anything too crazy about it. I do love the fact, though, that we are in wacky Russell Wilson workout video season. That like him with the I saw him the other day, like working out on the polo field, throwing routes, and then he was like lifting inside with like sunglasses on. So it's that time of year for wacky Russell Wilson workout videos.
Love it, dude. Absolutely love it.
Dude, I'm over it.
What happened?
What?
I'm over it.
Is this about the permit?
No.
Oh,
No, because they're trying to deliver tiles tomorrow.
Oh,
They were supposed to do it on Monday, and now it ends up being on Thursday. And I'm like, I got to make sure everybody get their car out the way. You know, it's just nobody does stuff when they supposed to.
Yeah, it's
But
annoying, man.
anyway, I'm done with Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Here's all I want him to do. Play some damn football. That's all we care about. You had an average, decent season last year, but your team sucked. But the years before that, you were horrible, right? The team that you played on, right? The team that you played on ate $38 million to get your ass out of there.
Crazy.
Okay? Nobody want to see your off-season workouts. We want to see you play football. We want to see if you can still play. Okay? Showing us what you're doing, working out. Don't do nothing. Nothing. Except make people tired of you all even more.
What else you got in the mixed bag? Marcos?
Well, the NFL draft about a month away. A lot of the projections for the Miami Dolphins have them taking an offensive lineman.
Literally, like all of them. I've seen like 4 different ones this week. They're all different offensive linemen.
Yeah, that's what's crazy, right?
So I don't know who it's going to be.
Question. If it's 4 offensive linemen, can you wait and maybe get something else that might be, you can get a better, let's say, value for?
I don't know. I think that it's
So
just.
my question is this. Their pick comes up, right?
Yep.
What if one of them big-time tight ends is available?
I don't know. I wouldn't rule it out. They supposedly scouted the tight end from Texas, but apparently the only guy. And look, I'm not. The only
guy is Bowers. Bowers, right, from Georgia.
Bowers is. That's the guy everybody says is a bona fide stud, and I have seen him be mocked around where the Dolphins are picking, and I wouldn't put it past Mike McDaniel to take another weapon. I mean, it's his first round pick. Let him have some fun, baby.
But here's my question. The whole offseason, you've heard from the Dolphins how it's time to be responsible with the cap, with who you have, with who you pay, right? That was kind of the whole thing with Christian Wilkins. Yeah, we wanted him. But at some point, when you're paying all these other guys, you got to be responsible with how you're paying money out, right?
And the other thing I'd say, too, is with the money, while you want offensive linemen at a good rate, the Dolphins have their offensive line, I think, in pencil, don't they? Like, am I crazy that they like it is right now? Armstead, probably Isaiah Wynn, Brewer, the center they got from Tennessee.
Yeah,
I'm imagining Eichenberg's going to right guard. Thank God he's not going to snap. And then Austin Jackson just signed an extension. So, look, we've seen with having Teron Armstead, you need to have depth. That is for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But do you use a first round pick on it?
Here's the other thing, right? Whoever you take, I would say in the first 2, maybe 3 rounds, have to make an impact immediately.
Agreed.
Because you need some cheap talent.
I'm sorry, Marcos. We jumped into your discussion already. We haven't even heard what he wants to bring up.
You guys are talking about
We're just mad at you for ruining last night with Klay Thompson.
It wasn't my fault, dude. It was reason number 4. I am reason number 4.
Okay.
weapons indeed would be something that Mike McDaniel would love to utilize in this offense, but where are weapons used best? In the trenches, guys. In the trenches. And who better to tell you about potential candidates that the Dolphins could pick up on the offensive line than Leroy's boy, Jim Harbaugh?
The line to me is important. I mean, if I ask you the question of like what position group depends on no other position group to be good, but every other position group depends on them to be good, what position group is that? Offensive line. They're not relying on any other position group to be good. They go out and they're good. But yet every other position group relies on the offensive line to be good. And then the D-line, they'll be the ones that argue back. We don't need the offensive line to be good. Do you? Do you like it? Do you like when the offense has a 12-play drive and the field position? Yeah, okay, you're right. It's like, so yeah, that building that kind of offensive line, that's exciting. Can't wait to do that. April 2nd, let's get it started. Let's go. So do you feel ready to roll?
Now,
wow.
Can I just say this?
Wow.
I'm going to say this.
He knows football.
And that was my teammate.
He's tough.
If I told you Mike McDaniel said that, you wouldn't be shocked. But it was the same stuff, right?
That guy knows football, dude.
It's the look in his eye that gets me. It's like
he went crazy. Look,
he's like
D-line. So by the way, he is 100% accurate. That if you have a good offensive line, your team will be a lot better if everything else was average. If that unit was elite, so there is some truth to that.
Yep.
But it's easy for him to say that when they've struggled at that position. So he's building it, right? Mike McDaniel's in a different situation. They've kind of been able to be respectful at offensive line.
Well, what are they picking? 5th? They're going to have their basically because they had Herbert, so they're not taking a quarterback. They're going to have he's said this, he says we basically have the number 1 pick, and so they're going to have their pick. I mean, would you Justin Herbert?
Would you trade that pick and get additional picks?
If you want to build offensive line, yeah, probably because I bet
nobody else is going to take offensive line because keep in mind if you trade with somebody, then that's one less person you're going to have to deal with. If you get 2 picks, right, now you're getting a pick. Because right now, I'm thinking everybody who has a chance to trade and still get the player they want should trade because you could end up in a situation like Chicago. Right? And so from that standpoint, I'm looking at a team like, say, even like Washington. Like you'd have so many needs. Why would you put a quarterback through that his first 3 years?
Well, they did this, didn't last year. The Texans traded up, and they got 2 in the top 3, right? So maybe somebody does something like that too.
Right. So I don't know how it's going to work out, but usually when everybody's going quarterback and wide receiver, so we know the first 5 picks will be quarterback, wide receiver, right? And you have the 5th pick, you can get more picks. And I wouldn't be surprised if it happens. And then have a team move up and start. Then everybody else feels like we gotta move around too, because I think they want this guy or they want this guy. Because, I mean, me personally, if I'm Washington, is a quarterback ready for that team right now?
I mean, you got to think they're going to go in that direction anyway. There's just a lot of mystery because there's a lot of buzz behind McCarthy that he may actually go number 2.
The last time they were in this position, they took RG3 and ruined him.
Yep.
Because he was running for his life and he got hurt. Are you going to look at that and then not only sign a quarterback, but a quarterback that's very similar to RG3?
I don't think they're gonna. But
Jaden Daniels.
You have to think it's a whole new organization now because they got new ownership and everything. So they're gonna go. They're not gonna say, "Well, that's gonna happen to us." I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but that's how they're gonna go about it.
I know, but the lesson to be learned here is you have to do one or two things. You have to do the Jordan Love thing, right? Or you have to make damn sure that you have a supporting cast around him that he's not running for his life the first 2 or 3 years, because now you're thinking your team has no production in 2 or 3 years, and now you got to make a decision on your quarterback, and you haven't even put the team around him to be able to evaluate him.
Marcos, give us one more in the mixed bag, buddy.
I see the bumper stickers already. Kennedy Rodgers. That's what Robert Saleh had to say about Aaron Rodgers' potential stint as vice president.
No, I don't think outside the football world, I think it was viewed a little bit differently in the political world than it was at least in our world.
Wow. Sounds like he didn't like that tease at all, to be honest with you.
Indeed. But as reported right here, according to CBS Sports and NBC Sports, as expected, Aaron Rodgers won't be running for vice president.
He picked somebody.
Yeah, he picked somebody else. I didn't hear that. I don't know the person that he picked, but he didn't. He announced it yesterday. Apparently, he got panned.
Jordan Poyer seems to be his selection. It seems he is a fan of the ayahuascas.
The ayahuasca party.
Yeah, indeed.
There you go. Well, a team that played like it was on ayahuasca last night, the Panthers. Some cat talk coming up next. No cat fever last night, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to some cat talk here, brought to us by our friends over at Celsius. Hockey fans, don't sit this one out when it's game time. Make Celsius a part of your play and get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of
your Florida Panthers.
Panthers lose last night 4-3 to the Boston Bruins. They had the lead in the third period, but were not able to hold on last night. Let us hear from the man himself, Paul Maurice, on the loss.
Plays, so the penalty, obviously, and then a puck to the net. Puck we didn't clear. And it was just that tight a game that it'd be a bounce around a net that made the difference.
What's maybe the most frustrating part of how that unfolded?
Well, it was just a really good hockey game, and you want to win it. You get the lead like that. You want to be able to close it out. But suffering sometimes is good. It's good for you to put that much effort in and come away with nothing.
That is the true words of a psycho right there, by the way. Sometimes suffering is good. Maybe that's why Cristobal didn't kneel. It's good, tough.
A little harder on some areas, but I'm not going to complain about the game. It was a heck of a game. It was as good a game as we've been part of this year in terms of speed and physicality. There were good plays. There were knuckled pucks on both sides, some good saves, but I think both teams fought hard not to give much up. I mean, if you can watch a game with 43 final shots that get to the net and say it was an exciting game, then there's a lot going on. So it's a good hockey game.
Matthew Tkachuk has said how much pride y'all take in getting the lead and holding on to it. And past couple games, you guys haven't done that. Any concern there? Is it just something that can be cleaned up a little?
Not on how the last two, the one in New York went off 2 of our feet, right? Like that stuff. I'm not. We're not sitting back. We're not. We're certainly not casual, but we're not afraid of the puck. We're not afraid to make plays. That's what you look for. Are you trying to make it inside? Are you still trying to play the game, not trying to hold the lead? So you probably shouldn't throw it in the stands. But, I mean, those things aren't systemic.
And looking now, 10 games left. One more in Boston. There's so much hype for this game. Some people think, that's the end. It's far from over, right?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter. Well, it matters because if you decide you want to win, then you put all your energy into winning. That's what we're here to do, and then you move on. So I liked our game tonight. That's 4-6 for us. That's tough, and it was a heavy cost to kind of each shift, each period, and didn't go the way we want. I don't mind a little bit of that sour taste right now, a little bit of hunger, a little bit of anger. It keeps them more focused. You don't want it to be an easy. There's 2 teams with 97 points came in and hit hard. Whether it's last year, I mean that's worth the price. That's a good hockey game to watch. That was well done. It hurts because you invest so much into winning and you lose, but somebody gets something real valuable out of this game. What happens between now and the puck drop and the next one decides who wins that part of it.
There you go. Yeah, the Panthers, look, they've not had the best record as of late, but I do agree with him, Leroy, that these last couple of losses to the Rangers and the Bruins, who are right there with you at the top of the Eastern Conference, it's frustrating to lose those teams because screw those cities and screw those teams, but they've been very good games, and it's not, they're not losses to be ashamed of, and they've shown earlier in the year they can beat anybody. This is not not a Heat situation where the Heat have had a lot of close games against good teams, and then you really don't have that proof this year that can they get to the finish line? The Panthers shown early in the year they can. They weren't quite full strength for the Rangers game either. So this one, it still sucks because it's definitely going to be a rivalry, and that team's gunning for you because you embarrassed them last year. Mm-hmm. You made them an historic regular season team. You bounced them, but I don't think it's I don't think it's panic time yet for the Cats.
No, I don't ever think it's panic time because here's the reason why, and here's why I'm more comfortable saying all the things you say about the Heat, about the Panthers, because in hockey, right, the seeding means the least amount of all the major sports, right?
Yeah, we've seen a lot of
the 8 versus 1 means nothing, and so from that standpoint, I'm looking more of, are they healthy? Are they playing the way that they need to play to win a championship? And according to their coach, they are. And so I'm cool with the results not being what you want because of what Paul Maurice is saying, and because this doesn't matter as much as it matters in all the other sports.
Hell, even some of you weirdos think that the President's Trophy is jinxed anyway. I think that's crazy, but hockey's very superstitious.
Well, again, if hockey is superstitious
Mm-hmm.
and that is a superstition, do you want to play with it?
I just think we need to realize that the only jinx that's around these parts is
It's
Marcos.
you.
No, it's Marcos and Klay Thompson.
No, he was right. He was right. He was right.
You're the hockey mush. He's basketball mush.
Speaking of basketball, the Heat lose 113-92. They had the lead at halftime, but typical of the Heat of late, they the well dries up on the offense.
37 points in the second half.
Yep. It
That's-
was
But no, it was me. It was Frog Boy.
well, I mean, you had a part in it. You had a part in it with your
You did
awakening.
wake up a giant.
You woke up.
No. I'm the fourth reason why we lost yesterday.
I mean that
Well, reason
because-
number one, they didn't score enough points.
All right, so on the Hockman and on the Hockman scale, you were on the Mount Rushmore of reasons they lost last night.
You know what? Let me change this to fifth then. I am fifth with that logic.
Here was Bam on their situation right now in the standings.
Game by game, you know, I feel like every game at this point is must win, and you start to understand it starts to become playoff time. So games start to become different. Even in these last 10 in the regular season, games are starting to slow down. You know, it's going to start becoming possession by possession because we're not the only team that wants to get out of the play-in. So you'll start to see that shift.
There you go. Well, we'll start to see that shift once the BGs end.
Now here's the bigger question. I think one of the things that I was concerned with is the Warriors were able to dictate the terms of that game in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
And you did nothing to deter them, right? And they seemed to pick up the pace, and you, like Bam said, were each possession by possession. I think this is a team that has to run. They have to create open shots.
Yeah, they have to
keep
or they have to turn
moving.
the other team over.
Right, because they don't have that pounded guy. They don't have the Jimmy guy out there at the moment. So, like, yeah.
One thing that was very noticeable watching it, Leroy, I'm sure you saw it too, though, is like those guys, they've played together so much. The fluidity that they move the ball with.
No look alley-oops.
And it's like
getting in the paint, and when Green did the alley-oop,
oh my God.
It was crazy. Bam was like stuck in no man's land.
And that's
he tried to get up there, but
that's
like stuff like that. Yeah, but like the relationship that Dunks and Bam have.
Right. And now
They've
Bam
been
is
having it for 10 years.
like yesterday, Bam tried to open up Patty Mills with the screen, and Patty Mills ran right into Bam. I'm like, oh my God. All right. Well, and you're just like, you just met these guys. You just had these guys around there, and now you're really relying on them because all these guys are out. And
that's part of the concern. That's part of the concern, right?
But still not superseding Frog Boy awakening Klay Thompson.
No way, dude. That is definitely.
Can I just say something? Let's look at it. Let's use bro science, right?
Yeah.
Dude's been a bum for 4 months.
Yep.
Marcos talks trash. He scores 28.
Science.
Science. That's bro science right there, dude. Bro science. You were the reason why.
Let's put
If you would kept your damn mouth shut, maybe you only score 15.
We'll talk some more hoops coming on up, including we do have one good thing to make the Heat fan. I think get the Goosies on a day you're a little down. We'll bring you that.
I wanted pizza.
No, I'm sorry. Full price today, buddy. Back after this.
15 Minutes of Heat is sponsored by Miami Lakes Auto Mall, Kendall Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, home of the $8,000 trade. KendallDodgeChryslerJeepRam.com.
15 minutes of heat for your ass right here on 560 WQAM. Miami Heat. Now 39-33 on the season, nestled into the 7th spot right now. Game and a half back of the Indiana Pacers. If you guys are scoreboard watching tonight because the Heat can't take care of their own business, here's what you want to look out for tonight. You got the Pacers at the Bulls at 8 o'clock. You got Sixers. They are hosting the Clippers. So, you know what that means, Leroy? The return to Philadelphia for James Harden will never win an NBA championship. Fat bum. So you got that to watch out for tonight. Those are the two most key games for Miami to keep an eye on tonight because, again, they can't take care of their own business. Cavaliers are at the Hornets. That's a win. Magic. And then the Warriors are in Orlando tonight. Orlando's a 4.5-point favorite against Golden State as they are on a Sunshine State back-to-back. So that's what you got to keep an eye out for tonight. We're going to talk to Danny Green here in about 10 minutes, the former 3-time NBA champion. Played the Heat in the 2013, 14, and 2020 finals. All of them scaring me. And so
it's crazy. He make that jumper and you.
I'm going to try and recruit him. Say, hey, in 10 day. 10 day. 10 day till Dunks is fixed up.
Hey, it sounds great, but when he said he was done, he was probably done a week before that.
Maybe.
That's how it works, man.
But I want to get to this. So, hello, Jennifer.
Hello, Jennifer. Thank you for the totally useless information.
Oh, wow. Lashing
I'm
out.
so confused. What's going on?
So, Jennifer,
What did I do?
she knows that I love Teddy Swims.
It's technically not useless if you want to travel.
So she
Okay.
she sent me information. Teddy Swims, right? And it said DD and something or whatever. And I was like, cool. Then I read the information. It's in Orlando. I said, hey, is this in Orlando? Oh, yeah.
You might have better luck watching him there, even though I think he is going to be in Tortuga. So go next week.
No, I don't want to go to a festival.
Yeah.
I want to go see him caroon in a,
Schmieden says the old Tobin would never have a Heat nemesis on the air. He's sold out. Look, he's a nemesis by actions, not by words. Okay. If they told me, hey, Bill Simmons is the new Odyssey insider, I'd tell him to kick the sharpest of rocks.
He is a nemesis because he's good.
He's a nemesis because he haunted
anything.
Me. Yeah, I mean, listen, I've matured. Patty Mills is on the Heat now. Like I've had to lay down my sword. Kyle Lowry was on the Heat. Kevin Love is on the Heat. Times change. Who are you gonna have next? Gary Neal, Bryn Forbes.
That'd be a solo.
So I want to get to this. The OGs podcast, Udonis Haslem and Mike Miller do a podcast. It's very, very good, especially their interviews with former teammates. Because Udonis Haslem, he's got all the dirt. And so he's bringing up like the times Bees has gotten arrested and, all the shenanigans, the time they used to fight in the locker rooms. All of these things are fantastic. But it's Michael Beasley. He's a basketball savant, okay? Skilled.
I'm amazed that he's talking because I don't remember him talking when he was playing for the
It was great. It was I highly recommend the entire thing. All great stories. Great stuff on Spo and his, very tenacious relationship with Erik Spoelstra and how he harbors a lot of animosity, but then, has respect for him.
One of the best NBA players that just came out before his time.
Yeah.
He averaged 12 points in his career. What the hell are we doing?
Marcos, I'm telling you, dude.
Oh my God.
He was, and he'll tell you, go look at his per 36. Go check out his per 36.
What does that even mean, dude? What does that even mean?
it's one of these metrics they use to balance out all players based on playing time. So they use your numbers per 36 minutes.
I can't.
Doesn't matter. Let me just get to the damn clip, all right, Frog Boy. You already ruined last night. Well, you gonna ruin the segment too with not playing this awesome clip on Bam. So anyway, Michael Beasley claims he has never lost one-on-one. Never. They asked him about LeBron. He said never. Lost to Giannis. He says I gave him that work. Okay. This man claims he's never lost one-on-one. Except one time. One person has beaten him one-on-one, and that person is number 13 for your Miami Heat. And not only that, he's got some thoughts on this. Here's Michael Beasley on the OG's podcast.
There's a rumor going on that you've never been beat one-on-one in your entire life.
No. You and just because his name right there, you dirty That's the only beat me.
Bam.
Wow, that's crazy. I didn't
Bam's
know
the only person.
I don't know how good Bam is.
Oh, I know how good he is.
No, you don't.
I do know,
bro. That Bam y'all getting, that Miami Heat, and that's all respect to him because the Bam y'all getting is still $100 million, $200 million. Like Bam, a point guard stuck in that big ass body.
Yeah, I know.
Bam, my only thing, and to you Heat fans and to Spo, is blasphemous. Damn, I can't talk right now. That Bam ain't taking.
Hey, there you go.
I'm telling you, he put so much pressure on the rim. He's so damn good, and he's so willing to pass that we can see and not even a selfish 30 shot because he can't even play like that. But dog, you watch him play. His elbow work is so nice, dog. Like just through the offense, it's like 8 more shots out there for him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just me watching on some Michael Beasley. Like, you ain't got to run a play for me. I'm going to find numbers. You feel me? But just within the offense, Bam capable, like, bro, skill-wise, and he got the light, bro. If Bam take 8 more shots a game, bro, he'll be all over 30 a game. Easy 30 on 50 shooting.
There you go. Michael Beasley on the OG's podcast. What do you think of that, Leroy?
I'm going to say this. You got to give credit to the only guy that beat you.
Yep.
You know, but he's right. I've said the same thing. From the get-go, I've said he's closer to Siakam than people think. Just with his overall skill. That's not what they ask him to do, but you're starting to see his skill set is closer to Siakam than it is to Joel Embiid, yet he's playing the role of Joel Embiid on this team.
Did you just compare Michael Beasley to Jimmer Fredette, Frog Boy?
And you know what?
You're lashing out. You are lashing out.
Wait, what? Dude,
overrated.
Can I just say this?
Jimmer Fredette, what was he? What was he?
Say this?
70 when he graduated college?
Can I say this, Frog Boy?
Yeah.
Do us all a favor and do yourself a favor. Stay away from numbers.
Yeah, numbers are kicking your ass today.
Kicking your ass.
Kicking your ass worse than Blasphemous kicked Michael Beasley's ass.
Well, I'm not surprised.
Same people. Play that again. Because like it's amazing to me because I didn't even know what he sounded like because I heard him talk.
No. You like and just because his name right there. You dirty That's the only beat me.
Bam.
Wow, that's crazy. I didn't.
Bam's
know
the only person.
I don't know how good Bam is.
Oh, I know how good he is.
No, you don't.
I do know,
bro. That Bam y'all getting, that Miami Heat, and that's all respect to him because the Bam y'all getting is still $100 million, $200 million. Like Bam, a point guard stuck in that big ass body.
Yeah, I know.
Bam, my only thing, and to you Heat fans and to Spo, is blasphemous. Damn, I can't.
Whoa, dude. Wow.
It is hard.
King? This is your king.
He is my king.
Somebody said Blasphemous D'd him up more than he D'd up Bam.
I don't want to hear about how good he was in college, clearly, because he wasn't in class.
Dude,
Michael Beasley need to go. Dude, you are Listen.
Michael Beasley, 12 points, dude.
You
12
can't.
points.
but
What does that have to do with
that's why
anything?
He
Why
would play.
praise him like he's
There would
good?
be, there would be nights he played 3 minutes.
Dude, that was a great. He had a quote on there where he was like, when I came back to play with the Heat with LeBron, he said I had to get up my 10 shots before LeBron finished his Gatorade.
Because LeBron was coming back in.
Of course. He's like, listen, Spo's only going to keep me out there for so long. Got to get these shots up.
Hey.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll continue the NBA talk and talk with Odyssey NBA insider Danny Green joins us next.
Excuse me.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the show. Got Rats Off a Ship coming up next hour. Been talking about last night's Heat loss. They fall to the Golden State Warriors thanks to Frog Boy lighting a fire under Klay Thompson's ass.
Me, dude.
Yeah, dude, it was you. Yeah, it was. You've been talking bleep about him all year. Then all of a sudden he lights our ass on fire yesterday. So thanks a lot, dude.
It rains in the desert once a year, all right? What does that even mean? What? It's like
That's
one of
not
the greatest
accurate.
shooters of all time.
That's not accurate. It
That
rained the
is
whole time
philosophical.
we were there.
Broken clock. Something about that.
Let's go out to the line right now. An Odyssey NBA insider, Danny Green, is joining us here. Insider Calls brought to you by the all-new Hyundai 2024 Santa Fe, equipped for adventure. And Danny joining us here on the show. What's going on, Danny? How are you, man? Thanks for giving us some time.
Hello?
Danny, you got us? Oh, man.
Is he in the casino?
I don't know. Where is he? He's somewhere very bright.
You guys hear
There.
me?
Yeah, now we can. You got us, Danny?
Hello?
He doesn't. Danny, you got us?
You guys hear me? I
We
can't hear
see
you
you.
guys.
Oh, man. Let's see if
Can't hear me. I can't
yeah,
hear
we
you.
can hear you.
I don't know what's going on here.
Let's have him. Let's see if we can get him to reconnect there for a second. Get him into that. Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll get put him backstage, JFig. We'll see if we can get him to connect in and out on the stage there.
It's not in and out. He can't hear us, so he probably has something.
Yeah,
on
but
mute.
sometimes when you reconnect in, it'll fix things. It'll fix things. So if he comes
I wonder
back
if
in,
since he's an insider for the company, I wonder if they make him fill out a ticket.
Shabithan says that's what you get for having him on. We got to. What was he though? He did look like he was in a casino.
I think it was a casino.
He's at the Hard Rock for sure.
Oh, you think he's down here?
No, he's not here. He's
He's at
not here.
Nah,
That ain't a casino here.
Getting a little action in with
That's
this.
not a casino there. He's in a casino like somewhere up north.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Let's see. Dan,
Okay,
I think
he's
you can
good
hear
now.
us now. Danny, I think can hear us now. Let's bring him on in. Danny, you hear us, man? How are
I
you?
can hear you. I'm good. Yourself?
It's good, man. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate you having us on. Look, a lot of people down here in Miami very upset that we're having you on because you've destroyed us in a lot of finals, man. So
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Hey, we could use, you think you got a couple in you?
Yeah, you got a 10-day in you, Danny? He could use some
100%.
shooting.
I don't know if y'all have any roster spots, but 100%. If there's a roster spot and Spo wants me, I'm there. I'm there tomorrow.
Listen, man, I'm telling you right now, the way with all the guys they got out and the shooting they need, I mean, we could use you, Danny. There's no doubt about that.
We got him. We lost him.
No, I'm here.
So, hey, let me ask you this. I'm more than sure that the Heat aren't the only team to have these quarters where they score 17 points. When you're going through that, what do you like? Because I know basketball players think I'm going to shoot my way out of it. But at what point do you say, we got to do something different because just to get us on the board or something?
Well, it depends on who's healthy, who's not, what kind of players you have on the floor, right? If you have Jimmy healthy and he's playing, I think that's where he needs to and bam, they have to get to the free throw line.
Right.
Trying to find a way to get the shooters involved. Once you get a couple free throws, a couple baskets, a couple easy ones, Spo's obviously unbelievable coach, great coach. Trying to find ways to get a back door, easy basket for your shooter, and then get him a good look. All it takes is for one to go in. So, but I think it starts with those guys that are drivers, scorers, Terry Rozier, maybe getting to the free throw line some, and then kind of getting your team back into a rhythm. And some nights it's just you don't have it. It might be game 66, and it's a random Tuesday or Wednesday, and guys' legs are shot. You may not have the shooting, and then you just got to call it what it is. All right, we're not shooting well. We have to play defense. We got to find them.
Well, there's a reason why they're giving you those shots because you ain't making them, right?
I guess. So it depends on who it is. It depends on everybody in this league is capable of making a jump shot. It's just some nights you have bad shooting. Some guys are wide open all the time. So I guess some guys shouldn't be shooting those shots. But if it's your shooters and they're just having a bad night, then so be it. You got to find a way to get them into a rhythm or win the game defensively.
I mean, Dan, you've obviously been on a lot of contenders. This time of year. I mean, the Heat fighting for playoff position. Is it hard to bring that energy on certain nights for some teams, like the Heat being to as far as they've been, but never, getting over the top? Do you feel like that coasting of the regular season or bringing that same intensity that they need every single night is lacking? Like, what do you think when you see them each night?
Yeah, I don't think coasting is a thing, especially at this point in the season when you're trying to make a run. But there is times where you just don't have it. The schedule of maybe playing on the road, and it might be 4 games in 6 nights, that type of deal. And it might just be the toughness of the schedule. Certain teams are playing that are really good. It might be a Denver, Phoenix, Golden State, Lakers, Minnesota matchup, and then all of a sudden you're playing the Wizards, but you just had a hell of a matchup the last week or two, and now you're playing a team that you're supposed to beat handedly, and you're just like, we don't have the end of it. And my human nature take the game a little lightly, and it's like they come in more intense, more fired up than you, and you're having a struggling game with a team like that. When your fans are like, "What are you doing? Why are y'all struggling with the Pistons?" It's like, we just played the Nuggets, we just played the Celtics, we just had a hell of a week last week, and obviously we should beat this team, but it's like our legs of playing those teams before us. It could be a number of things that add up to come to why a guy or teams just don't have the energy. But I said I don't think they're coasting or trying to coast. I do think early in the season, I think they lack the sense of urgency. They try to late game pick it up toward the end of the season, which they've been successful with. But eventually it's going to catch up to you. You can't just try to flip the switch on and off when you feel like it. It's like, all right, it's playoff time. Let's start winning games. That's not going to happen, but every year. Like they had a great run last year. I don't know if it'll happen again this year. It's just tough to do that.
Hey, Leroy. No. I don't like what you're doing, Leroy. Don't give him that, take that look. Because he doesn't like the fact, Danny, like every time my argument for him at the end of the thing is playoff Jimmy's going to show up, so we're going to be fine. And he's like, well, that's not going to happen every year, but usually it does. So I feel like I have a good, ace in the hole on this one.
For sure. Even with playoff Jimmy, you still need playoff Kevin Love, playoff Tyler Herro, playoff Bam. As well as Jimmy played, he's not winning these games by himself. So maybe Jimmy is the guy that can turn it on and off. But everybody else, I don't think is capable of doing that. You need to make sure Tyler Herro's healthy, Terry Rozier is locked in, Kevin Love is in good rhythm. Caleb Martin, these are the guys that won you games, won you series, that have played efficiently. And then you lost 2 of those guys that were unbelievable for you guys last year, Gabe Vincent and Max Strus. It's going to even be that much tougher. You haven't really replaced them with guys that are the same or put up the same. Great. I love Patty. I think he could be a great spark for you guys at the bench. Jaime Jaquez, he could be really good, but I said replacing the shooting and the experience and maturity is not there. So, and playoff Jimmy is not going to be enough to do it alone.
When teammates with Patty Mills, just how often were you just delighted by his accent?
I mean, you guys enjoy. I mean, I loved it all. I mean, I've heard Australians before. We had a couple of them, Australian, New Zealanders in the Spurs community, so we heard it quite often. I just love his intensity. I loved how the energy he had. He's always positive. And of course, his accent with certain words. So he's a great human being. He's a great teammate, one of the best. And obviously can shoot the shit out of the ball. So I enjoyed being Patty's teammate. And I was hoping to be able to be his teammate again at some point or play with him longer. But he's one of the most fun guys to play alongside with.
We're talking to Danny Green. Insider calls on WQAM from Odyssey are brought to you by the all-new Hyundai 2024 Santa Fe. Equipped for adventure with capable features like available H-Track, all-wheel drive, and standard third-row seating. So, Danny, you played in the 2020 finals where Jimmy kind of, the playoff Jimmy myth almost got over the top against you guys. How scary was it going against him in that series, even though you guys had LeBron, AD, and a champion like yourself? Seeing what he did in that series, what comes to mind with that?
I mean, he played unbelievably. And we knew he was going to have to do that to keep them in the series, which he did. He did his job. We knew some of the other guys played well for a certain amount of games. We knew they weren't going to do it for a whole 7-game series. They were still very young. Tyler Herro was very young. Duncan Robinson, those guys were younger and didn't have the experience left. They had other guys step up and play well. So they were a team that did it during that year that wasn't necessarily picked to be there. They've done that a couple times now where they weren't the top team or so we know it was a long series that is going to be tough for them to withstand with the numbers, the minutes, everything they did previous to seeing us, and we just knew we had the depth. We knew they didn't have the depth to handle it. At the time, I think they had Kelly Olynyk. You had a plethora of mixed and good pieces that made it tough for us. But I don't think we were scared or worried. We obviously wanted to get it done sooner, but we knew we didn't want to give them any type of light or momentum. And that one game where it was 3-1 and them to make it to 3-2 gave them a little light of momentum. We didn't like that. So it did play the way we were supposed to play. It came down to a last shot before that game, which it shouldn't have come down to, but we just didn't have an answer for Jimmy for most of that series. And most people don't, because he's so good at using his body, getting to the free throw line, and being crafty and getting to the paint and not only making plays for himself but for his teammates. So he's a special player, and it's the reason why he's been there for as long as he's been, and he's got making the big bucks, and why he's considerably one of the best playoff performances of the playoff players in the history of the game. And he's an all-star.
Danny, when you look at basketball now, isn't it weird that all of the guys, like say the stars, the superstars that you played with, and those guys, they're now at the bottom of all these conferences looking up and fighting for playoffs, and all the guys up top are like 25.
Yeah, it is weird seeing everybody get older. Even myself, it's hard to accept it, and the fans accept it. Teams get older, teams don't stay great forever. And it just happens, but it is weird to see the Golden State Lakers not being in Bron, like those guys not being the top seeds. Even to Miami, usually top seed and one of the best teams in the league. Just injuries, really trying to figure it out, put it together. It is interesting to see and kind of weird. I'm sure as a fan, if you're a huge fan of these guys and of these fan bases, you're expecting Golden State to be there. It's kind of disappointing, but it can't be great forever. San Antonio is probably one of the best organizations to last for 20 years, and even then they had to rebuild and start over. So no one is going to be that organization that's just forever going to be great. Everybody has to start over, rebuild, or figure it out, or have some lapses or some off or down years.
Danny, we appreciate the time, man. Thanks so much.
Thanks,
appreciate
Danny.
you guys. Thank you.
All
right, appreciate it. Danny Green there, our Odyssey NBA Insider Calls, brought to you by the all-new Hyundai 2024 Santa Fe, equipped for adventure.
Did you catch that one, Marcos?
You jumped.
I did indeed. I got 2 immediate texts too. I hope you caught that.
I also, I was hoping, Marcos, because Leroy, we had a little bit of a rough connection there. Leroy jumped in.
I didn't want to.
See, I wanted to jump in there but it kind of got off because Leroy was asking about young teams. I off of his whole spiel about the 2020 finals, and we'll probably have Danny on again. But I wanted to ask him, well, don't you kind of think there should be an asterisk on that series because Goran Dragic got hurt?
But
next time we'll get him. Next time we'll ask him next time. We'll ask him next time.
When you watch basketball, all of the guys in the last 10 years that you could count on competing for a championship or struggling for playoff spots, and you got all these young players, that are now pushing. Trying to win championships.
Yeah, the West playing right now, I think, is Lakers, Suns, Mavs, and Warriors. So you got Steph, KD, and LeBron in the play. Somebody's going home.
Wait, before the playoffs start, that Tuesday, Wednesday is going to be the most exciting basketball we've seen in years.
Someone's going home, dude. Right. All right. Thanks again to Danny Green for joining us there. We appreciate our Odyssey NBA Insider. And always.
Wait. I see when you heard what he said. When you heard what he said, you tried to chime on in because he was saying exactly what I was saying. My ass. You tried to go ahead and whoa. No. It's not a matter of whether you want the guys to do well. It's a matter of, dude, you have to understand, as an athlete, every year, the first thing I was told, last year was last year, this is a new year, right? And I'll give you a perfect example. We went to the NFC Championship game against Atlanta, blew it, right? We were 11-point favorite, didn't go to the Super Bowl, right? So we're like, okay, we're going to come back more focused. We're going to come back and we're going to get it done, right? You know who we ran into? the greatest show on turf.
Yeah, that's tough.
And so like so every time somebody tells me, oh, we'll just do it next year, I always think of my firsthand experiences like, hey man,
You didn't have Jim VP.
Just got a point.
I'm sorry.
If Jim VP could have made 2 threes, we'd have been in the Super Bowl. Idiots.
Well, it depends if there was a tennis match there before, you know.
Oh, you got the bubble guts. No tennis in Minnesota at that time of year. It was fine.
It's too cold. I can't shoot the ball out here. Thanks to Danny Green. Back with more to this. Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Thanks again to Danny Green for dropping by the show. Appreciate him giving us some time here today.
Well, do you have any left in your 10-day contract? You disgust me, dude.
You disgust me. At least I didn't cost the Heat a game.
Whatever. Look at you just trying to, Danny Green. After
the video he did for you yesterday, do you really want to speak to him that way?
Yeah. Oh, wait, you talking about this guy threatening me on a public
I'll break your legs.
platform?
You're lucky I'm not into that.
Oh, yeah. Just know Mr. Musk. Definitely send him a DM with that one. Good luck.
It wasn't on Twitter, you idiot.
Yeah, well, I mean,
And Mark Zuckerberg likes fighting.
I know that's what I didn't send it to him.
One thing I know about Mark Zuckerberg is he likes fighting and hates amphibians, so you're screwed.
Does he? Does he hate amphibians?
I don't know. I just made that up. I'm not really sure. Let's get to some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Heat, Panthers, talked about their losses. Marcos, can you get this update on Tyler Herro? This was from Shams Charania. Send that to your email if you could get that for us. And we will hear. It's not great news. At least it's very cloudy on Tyler Herro right now. So we'll get that here in just a second. But the Heat lose last night. They fall to the Golden State Warriors. Klay Thompson was awesome. Steph Curry hitting clutch buckets.
Jesus Christ, awesome, dude. Didn't even put up 30 points.
Okay, dude. Well, okay. If you don't want to take it from me, take it from Bam.
Well, I think Klay was just hitting tough shots. Him and Steph down the stretch, they were hitting tough shots. And obviously, those two guys, they generate a lot of attention. So, when you have that much attention on you and you making shots, it allows other guys to get going, get themselves involved in the game.
Yeah. Well, thanks a lot, Marcos.
Only one playing defense. That's why he's allowed to say that.
I mean, he was the only dude. It was like, oh,
hey, they still haven't picked up on this time thing. They haven't figured out the time thing yet.
Time for
when they call.
Oh, okay.
Hey, what are you doing?
You're talking about your family?
Yeah.
Oh.
What time is it over there?
What time is it in Paris? Are they doing just Paris, or are they going like Euro all over the place?
I don't they've been on trains and stuff like that. I don't know.
Man.
They went to a cooking class.
That's cool.
They learned how to make macaroons.
You got this Shams clip on Tyler Herro, Marcos.
Oh, what did he say? He's
you'll hear it. Here we go. Shams Charania on the state of the Heat injuries.
Duncan Robinson, there's optimism he's going to be back at least within the next week or so. He got testing on his back injury, but the good news is it showed no major damage. The hope is he's back sometime in the next week. The big worry is Tyler Herro. He has not played in a while. There's no real sense when he'll be back and when he'll be available. He got a PRP shot a couple weeks ago. Still no clear sense on the timeline.
Awesome.
Well, that's the same thing we knew. It feels worse hearing it from somebody else.
Yep. No, it does.
Like from
just more people saying it just is terrible.
Look, here's the problem. And we knew that anybody who commented on this now was going to say this because he got the shot and wasn't going to be evaluated for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, they said
So,
they said 1 to 2 weeks reevaluation, but like once you're reevaluated, like do you go right back to basketball? I mean, there's 10 games left. Like when do we
No.
Like what?
You gotta work. Then they're gonna say conditioning and like, dude. Here's the other issue.
This dude needs some more milk. Like what's going on?
He needs
every year. There's something.
He needs something
every year.
No, really.
Where did Justice Winslow went to Duke? Huh? He didn't go to Kentucky.
No. Justice Winslow went to Duke.
Yeah.
He had and he had the whole back thing. But man, the hand. Now
those
the foot.
Earlier with Joel Embiid and Bradley Beal playing more time than him.
Yeah, he's gonna pass him. Probably. I mean, we'll see. If Joel, I bet Joel Embiid comes back before him.
Joel Embiid is supposed to come back by the playoffs. And Beal, I mean, he gonna give you You know, I mean, this is, I would say, the most incredible thing is street clothes done damn near played the whole season.
I know.
And
I
balled out.
I know. But this is the thing that's, with Tyler, you come into this year, okay, you had to deal with the rumors. You handled it like a champ. Great. We all give him props for that. But now it's like, okay, this was supposed to be the year, because last year was supposed to be the year you proved it in the playoffs. Now they go to the finals. Now this is the year. If you're not going to be available for the playoffs, then it's like, well, what the hell is the future with him? You're basically like, you got to see it work itself out.
I don't know if he's good enough to just throw back in the starting rotation.
Oh, right now, yeah, no, for sure.
No, but I'm just saying, like if Jimmy missed a substantial amount of time, Jimmy comes back, he starts.
Of course.
Bam missed a substantial amount of time, he comes back, he starts.
Mm-hmm.
But Tyler comes back, and now you have Rozier. It's more important to get him minutes with Bam and Jimmy than to try to get Tyler back into the flow of things.
Oh, listen, especially if you got a foot in it, what am I supposed to do? Play him starters minutes?
Right.
Like, no, I'm talking that. And then, by the way, that's optimistic, Leroy, short term.
Oh, I know.
I'm talking about long term. This kid is 24 years old, and you can't rely on him to get through a season.
So I guess,
it's one thing for Jimmy Butler to be 35 years old and be like, maintenance program every single year. Dude, this kid is a child, and this happens every single year.
In other words, let me see if I get this straight. Cronin was right.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't make me more mad. I'm already mad at him for his hocus pocus.
Wait, so Cronin was right not wanting Tyler Herro?
Cronin can still go to hell.
He can still wait. But on his way to hell.
I mean, DeAndre Ayton missed a lot of time too.
On his way to hell, he's doing this.
I was right.
But remember, it wasn't just Portland. There was a lot of teams that everybody said had no interest in Tyler Herro.
You think they all knew that he had weak bones?
No, I don't know what it was. We were trying to figure it out. We were floored that nobody wanted him. That you couldn't get, remember when you were talking about, the Heat are looking for this or that or trying to get this person, that person. Wait, nobody wants Tyler Herro. Isn't that not
no?
weird?
Well, there was some saying that you could get pick for him to add to an asset and things like that. But now, who the hell is trading for that now?
And you just extended him.
Yeah, he just started a first year of an extension. Yeah, right. $30 million a year. What is he making?
And has he ever played? Has he ever played a full season?
I think his second season
when he was sixth man, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But he was still playing starters minutes and took the most shots on the team.
Yeah. No. He technically he was a sixth man, but he was, because the way the Heat do things, he was playing more minutes than
he played 66 his sixth man of the year.
So still
missed it. Yeah, still missed
12, 16 games. Wow. 16 games. That's like 3 weeks of basketball. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. Sometimes it just hits guys. You know what I mean? But listen, AD came out the other side.
Oh man, Tyler Herro signed a 4-year, $120 million contract extension. This is the first year of that. $27 million this year, $29 million next year, $31 million the year after that, $33 the year after that. Awesome. Does he need a foot rub or something? I'll do it. I mean, if it helps, it won't.
It won't help, dude. He getting PRP shots.
I mean, I'll rub Tyler Herro's feet.
Nice. I don't think he wants that.
I'm just saying, if he needs that,
no.
I
just want him to
little back rub for dunks.
No, he need that deep tissue, dog. You can't get that.
That hot stone.
He need that hot. He need the hot. No, he need. You know what he probably need? He need the pins. Acupuncture.
Yeah. I think he just needs to hang upside down. Leroy, didn't you hang upside down for a little bit?
Still do.
The regular help.
I've seen that thing. It's crazy.
I still do.
Just give it, let him borrow it.
Hey, stretches your back out.
Dade South says that Tyler Herro is Kevin McPhail. That's not nice.
It's not nice, but
So point.
what do we got to do though? Like he's had some unfortunate things happen to him. Right.
Deaky says there will be no Tyler Herro trade or slander. He's the only decent basketball player on the team.
Okay. Oh wait, man. No, wait. Let me have at it. What is his name again?
Deaky Soul 3G.
Okay. I'll just say 3G because that sounds like it could get me in trouble. You are losing. You have lost your damn mind when you say he's the only player. He doesn't play, therefore he's not a player.
All right. No timeline on Tyler Herro. Great.
Timeline. Now look, there you go. No timeline for Tyler Herro. You feel a lot different about that no timeline than the no timeline for Chubb and Phillips, right?
Oh, that's different. That's you could tell in tone that's different. Like the way Mike McDaniel
because the season's not going on.
The way Mike McDaniel says no timeline and the way Shams says no timeline,
it's March.
So different.
It's March. That's why.
Way different, dude.
It's March. That's why.
Everybody's
enthusiastic 6 months before the season start.
Take a break. Back after this. Well. It appears we got some social media activity from Boy Wonder. Yeah, we'll get to that here in just a second. But first, Leroy, can we get a weather update from the Demesman and Dover law firm? YourAccentAttorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7. Call them at 866-954-MORE.
All right, it's mostly cloudy. Winds are coming out of the southeast at about 15 miles an hour. Maybe gusting a little bit higher than that. So I would maybe look out for a passing shower or so. And it's probably going to warm up because the winds are coming from the south. I would say right now it's about 82, 83 degrees.
All right. How do you do, Marcos?
It is indeed 83 degrees. Winds getting pretty gusty, as we say in the industry, right? We say that, gusty. 14 miles per hour now, but ranging between 15 to 20 miles per hour. So
that's what gusts are.
And are they? Is that legally like a gust has to be over 15 miles per hour?
No, gust is just higher than regular winds.
Yeah, makes sense. Be on the lookout though for some cold weather returning. The winds currently are coming out of the southeast, which Leroy attributes to warm weather. But for some reason, tomorrow morning you can reach lows potentially at 61 degrees.
So that means they're going to turn and come out of the north.
Yeah, I always thought that it was a running back for the Ravens who used to play for the Canes.
Who?
Gus Edwards.
Okay.
That's the bus.
-1.
Yeah, that's a -1, dude.
-1.
You didn't mention it might rain tomorrow.
Like the
thunderstorms tomorrow. Actually, it will rain tomorrow.
Okay, we're playing baseball in the dome.
That's usually what happens when there's a change of temperature and a change of direction.
Man.
So
Watch out for
tomorrow the winds are going to be coming out of the north, I'm guessing.
Yes, northeast.
Wow. Thrilling.
Look
There
at
you
that.
go. There you go, folks.
Listen,
You figure
he's
it
a
out.
golfer.
Cold air comes from the north, warm air comes from the south.
All right. So we had just talked about and played the clip from Shams last segment. Still saying
And
no Tyler Herro.
Did Tyler Herro hear the segment? Hear the,
You know what? It's possible, Leroy. I can't rule it out. I can't rule it out.
Yeah. I just
So
want him play. I want him playing.
here is if you could play the clip one more time, Marcos, for those just tuning in from Shams, because Tyler Herro has commented on this on social media in a couple of tweets. We'll bring you that here in just a second. But for those who missed it, here was Shams on FanDuel TV earlier today.
Duncan Robinson, there's optimism he's going to be back at least within the next week or so. He got testing on his back injury, but the good news is it showed no major damage. The hope is he's back sometime in the next week. The big worry is Tyler Herro. He has not played in a while. There's no real sense when he'll be back and when he'll be available. He got a PRP shot a couple weeks ago. Still no clear sense on the timeline.
All right, there you go. So Tyler Herro has taken to Twitter, and he has commented on a Heat versus Haters tweet that quoted the Shams report. Shout out to Heat versus Haters. And what do we get? The patented Tyler Herro cap.
That's
So
cap.
He's lying.
He's saying this is cap. I mean, the kids, Leroy, just so I can explain it to you. The kids these days, when they think you're full of it, that's cap. You know?
We've already discussed this with you.
No, I just want to. Well, I'm just trying to catch
Please
people up,
stop.
JFig. I'm trying to catch people up.
To do this every time.
Pretty sure people know.
I don't know if they do. You know, the old aren't very caught up on the lingo. You know, so I just want to make sure.
You mean the same old that was sitting with you next to Tyler when y'all went off on that little cap rant?
Well, listen. If Tyler Herro thinks people are catting, you know, you got to make him walk the plank.
Don't do that.
What?
Don't do that.
Okay.
No cap. No cap.
Exactly, dude. Because we asked him flat out, we're like, "Hey, what's cap?" He goes, "We saw it was cap." I was like, you know, you're right.
So he's saying Shams is lying.
He's saying that's not true. He then follows it up with
There's
a
only
tweet.
one way to fix that. play
he's
some
gotta
basketball.
play some basketball.
Right.
He then follows it up with another tweet.
Mm.
And he says, I just had a great workout. And I believe this is in sarcasm because otherwise then what he was saying is that it's no cap, because if it is cap, then this has to be sarcasm. He said, I just had a great workout, but I ain't coming back no time soon.
I feel like that one needs to be explained more.
Well, he might want to do a little bit like, you know what you have to do, you know what the kids do, JFig, to connote sarcasm is you make every other letter in a capital. So that's how you know. You know, or you got to add some. Yeah, that's how you got to do. But because if you just read it, it kind of just sounds like a report where Tyler Herro says, I just had a great workout, but I'm not coming back anytime soon. You're like, oh,
yeah.
Okay. But
it's about, and this goes back, by the way, Leroy, I'll let you say your point. This goes back to your Mike McDaniel point, which is a great one. Tone is everything.
And that's where tone is lost on social media.
Exactly, Jennifer. Exactly.
But here's the deal. So I'm gonna say this, and I'm not gonna say he's lying. I'm not gonna say anything like that. But if Tyler Herro had a workout with all them basketball people, somebody would have said something.
Well, that's the Heat, though.
No. Tobin,
you know the Heat.
You know those reporters around the Heat.
I do, but they're also like
Tyler Herro was working out.
Hey, I ran Anthony try, and it's like going up against a brick wall versus Spo sometimes because he's like, they're progressing. Yeah. What are they supposed to do?
I mean, let's hope they progress before there's no games left.
Oh, I'm with you. But he is trying to tell. Look, he's calling cap on Shams. All right, and you can't just call cap.
But here's the deal.
Cap.
Here's the deal. Shams is getting his information from somewhere.
Yeah, maybe. But this is
now we not.
I don't know. I don't know who to believe. Well,
like, of all the people to make up stuff, you gonna go with Tyler Herro?
Why would Tyler Herro comment on it though? Because Tyler Herro's already missed time. So why call cap if you're not able to prove the capness?
Tyler Herro is missing time. He missed time would insinuate he has played.
Fine. But you can't call cap if you're full of crap.
Damn him. He's like Don King, dude. He just won't stop with these. I promise, man.
You got to do what we do then. Hit him again.
Where is my Don King drop?
-1.
Just like, love that guy.
Doesn't stop, man.
It's a bit strong. I don't love him.
I mean, so yeah, I don't know.
Thank you, Tobin. Thank you.
Thank you, Don.
I want him to play.
We all want him to play.
There is nothing that would suggest he's close other than that tweet.
But I'm telling you, Tyler, next time, because I could speak to the kids.
Put some video out. Everybody, a lot of people put video out.
True. But I just want to give him some advice as a social media savant like I am. You want to change up the lettering, Tyler, if you're being sarcastic. Otherwise, people won't know that you're
or
calling
at least use quotation marks,
But here's
right,
the deal.
exactly.
When you're going to be sarcastic.
But here's the deal. If you're responding to a text, are we not smart enough to figure out that was sarcasm? You see what I'm
he
saying?
likes being cryptic, though.
I thought it was very easily detected as sarcasm, Leroy. But what you have to realize is people are idiots.
You ain't telling me nothing I don't know.
That ain't new.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll play Rats Off a Ship to close things out on the other side. But first, Leroy, I'll tell you one ship we're going to. Well, not a ship, but we're going to an awesome event next week. Tell me about it, Leroy.
Golf's boldest league is coming back to Miami from Friday, April 5th through Sunday, April 7th. And now's your chance to be there. Catch Live Golf at Doral Blue Monster and see John Rahm, Brooks Koepka, and Dustin Johnson take on one of the world's most fearsome golf courses with live DJs and a euphoric headline concert featuring Akon. Tickets are selling fast, so grab yours now at livegolf.com. That's livegolf.com.
That's off a ship.
Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. Take you up until 2 here on the program. Jennifer, what do we got for Rats Off a Ship today?
Okay, that was quick. Well, first we have Jason Kelce getting hired for a Monday Night Countdown.
I'm not Rats Off a Ship. Not surprising. I mean, I figured if he was going to get out of the football game, he was going to get scooped up as a media personality. If I was apparently he's replacing RG3 off of Monday Night Countdown. But if I was really somebody looking over my shoulder, be Jeff Saturday. Watch out, dude. Only room for one center.
Never getting rid of Jeff Saturday.
You better watch out. Watch out, Jeff Saturday. What about you, Leroy? What do your rats say?
Not Rats Off a Ship. No, I think they'll have fun with it. He's like, for the most part, a good dude.
You know, I do wonder. I know it sounds like he's going to ESPN, but there's only room with one bearded wacky guy on television. So could this spell the end for that bum Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Isn't he on NFL Network?
Amazon.
Oh,
I wish Bezos would have thrown Kelce the bag. They already have Whitmore as their offensive lineman. What are your rats, JFig?
They're not Rats Off a Ship. I think he'll do great.
All right. Marcos?
I mean, enough of this guy.
Knew it.
That's what the shit. Just wah. Look at me. I think he'll do good, but still Rats Off a Ship. Enough of this guy.
You have the same philosophy for him I have for JJ Redick. Nothing against him, just enough of him.
Just enough of this guy.
You definitely have something against him.
JJ Redick?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Like another podcast with LeBron. LeBron, watch out, dude. You want to not? This guy is a mojo torpedo. All right. Duncan Robinson, now Jaime Jaquez, and now LeBron. I mean, you want the Lakers fans be nervous if JJ Redick, pokes his beak around your business. That's neither here nor there. What's Rats Off a Ship number 2, JFig?
Well, how would you guys feel about living in an RV for 2 months? Apparently, Jim Harbaugh did this with the Chargers offensive coordinator, Greg Roman.
Wow. I'm Rats Off a Ship. RVs, like, no thanks. I don't want to.
Already had pretty bad experiences, right?
I don't want to drive around in an RV.
Was it ever since that vacation?
Oh, my God, that was terrible. That wasn't even an RV. That was just a beaten down trailer my wife got. I'm like, hey, could you do me a favor next time? Can we not get our place to stay on Groupon? Airbnb free? Like, enough, dude.
And free.
Jesus. What about your rats, Leroy? But I mean, not surprising. Jim Harbaugh's a psycho, but I'm Rats Off a Ship on an RV.
I'm Rats Off a Ship. It doesn't prove anything.
Rats Off a Ship.
I mean, I felt bad for Roman, like being stuck. And like, could you imagine being stuck on an RV with like Mike McDaniel?
Well, it's even worse because it sounds like Greg Roman got to live at his house, but Jim Harbaugh's knocking on his door every morning. Come on, Greg. Early bird gets the worm.
He is a very intense dude. He's always been that way.
Greg, you can't fly with the Eagles if you don't hoop. If you go and hoop with the
here's
Owls.
the problem. You think it's a bit? He is like that for real. That is who he is.
I mean, it looks very much like he is.
Right.
JFig?
So I'm not Rats Off a Ship living in an RV for 2 months. I think it'll be pretty fun. Kind of goes with my personality, but with somebody else, nah.
Oh, you can always crop him out of the picture and say you went alone.
Ha! I don't like that.
Thanks.
Wow.
What do you say, Marcos?
Too long. What am I, John Madden?
2 months is a long time, dude. Like a prison on wheels.
You know why John Madden has had that RV, right?
Fear.
He didn't fly.
Yeah.
By the way, oh no,
John Birdie got traded. Oh, hey, hold on.
Really?
Close.
Yeah, I mean, I know we usually use that for death, but I mean, it's the
I
end
think
of
you
his career.
should stick for. Don't do that.
Well, wait, wasn't he supposed to be? Well, I guess when they brought Anderson in, right?
Yep.
But remember when we talked to Tommy, he said, like, no, you want to keep Birdie. You want him to be that all-around guy.
Not anymore. Apparently, they don't.
All right.
We'll talk more about it tomorrow. We'll be at Marlins opening day. Looking forward to that. JFig, what's number 3?
Draymond Green's antics.
Oh.
Can you
Would you
show
like the
what?
visual?
Yeah, I want to see. Show people what he did last night to poor Patty Mills.
Sure.
I mean, what is that?
This? What is this?
What are you doing? I'm pretty sure they just outlawed that in the NFL.
He's grabbing his throat.
It looks so artistic in the worst way.
Somebody looked like he told Patty, "Go limp."
He's got me, mate. He's got me.
That is not a good day.
And that wasn't a penalty.
It's like handsome Squidward.
That wasn't a foul.
Do you think do you think that Patty Mills yelled "crikey" after that?
Nah.
I do think that.
I
was rough.
Let one slip out like Danny Green.
Like Danny Green, potty mouth teammate.
Yeah.
And our Odyssey NBA insider.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What are your rats with Draymond Green's antics, Leroy? Because they couldn't be more swimming for me.
Like as soon as you said Draymond Green, I didn't hear the rest. I was in the water.
Rats off the ship.
I feel like we're all rats off the ship there.
Yep. That's a rat sweep if I've ever heard of one. Crazy.
Unless Marcos wants to disagree.
Marcos?
Nah, rats off a ship. Draymond Green, this guy's a WWE wrestler. It's crazy.
Rats off a ship.
Gets away with everything.
Does he really does? Because it's like he's at such the line right now where because of who he is, it's like he's like it's got to be heinous for them to kick me out, and he just pushes the buttons. He should be on thin ice.
Every button.
Wait, like, why is Draymond reacting like he's getting choked?
Right? It's a Draymond.
Is that because I'm looking at it like he's the Rock delivering the rock bottom to him.
Yeah. And with the other hand, he's giving it, raising up and saying, "Can you smell
that your jabroni Aussie? See you down under." Boom.
Oi, oi, oi.
Man, give us one more, JFig, for rats off a ship.
Sure. Dak Prescott not getting an extension offer from the Cowboys.
I'm gonna say this.
Go ahead.
Jerry is playing a dangerous game here.
Oh.
But I would say this. If he's letting it get to this point, after seeing how many players have been lost because you didn't re-sign them, and then you couldn't afford them the following year and you got nothing in return, right? Then I would say, all right, you never wanted him. So maybe this is exactly what Jerry wants.
Also not the first contract drama they've ever had with him before.
They have one every time.
Yeah. So I'm not rats off a ship on it. I'm kind of he's been around a while. Like if Jerry Jones wants to spin the wheels on a new QB, I'm fine with it.
I mean, okay, what's available?
Maybe he wants to go get somebody new, baby.
Because in all these other situations, he had a quarterback in waiting. So he had Tony Romo. He had Dak Prescott. So there's not another guy.
That's fair.
There's not another guy. And usually, I mean,
maybe drama hits and they trade up in the draft.
As good as a businessman as he is, I'm having a hard time believing that you would put yourself out there to not have a quarterback and not get nothing in return. I can't even fathom it.
What about you, JFig?
I'm rats off a ship.
Rats off a ship.
Frog Boy?
Rats are swimming, dude.
Rats off a ship.
All right. Everybody wants to see Dak get his money from the Cowboys, apparently. All right, everybody. We will be out tomorrow at Marlins opening day. That is the start of the baseball season.
If there's no trains.
If there's no.
I'm sorry. Was that to me?
You're the closest. You're the closest.
Technically. And also, I was there first last year. So
because you're the closest.
Yeah. I mean, one guy is coming from 3 counties away, but no worries. Although Glenn told me I wasn't allowed to go. She said after the shenanigans that I pulled yesterday that I must stay away from all professional teams.
When you say shenanigans, you mean ruining the Heat?
I didn't ruin the Heat, dude. 28 points.
Ruined them.
Bunch of simpletons.
Ruined them, dude.
28. Oh, look at the 28 points.
and that's exactly why you won't be there tomorrow. You see where
Whatever, dude. Next time.
Before we go, can I hear Michael Beasley lose to the English language again?
Oh my God, did he? Yes, indeed.
It's blasphemous. Damn.
I mean, this guy, he's such a rascal. Who loses to the English language like that, you know?
You?
I mean,
Probably all of us at one point.
I've never heard of such a thing.
Well, I've heard a couple
I'm professional. I would never do such a thing.
No.
Never, dude.
Yeah, I bet. Not even maybe on a Heat broadcast once or twice, potentially, with your boy Tommy Tig in the area. You don't maybe remember.
And he found other ways to contribute, even if it was getting into transition. Excuse me, easy for me to say. Get out there and get some.
I think you were longer than he did.
You were closer to saying turducken than you were to saying
Come on, is it worth it? Let me work it. Hang down, flip it and reverse it.
Transition. Transition. All right, you get your revenge, Froggy. We'll talk to everybody tomorrow. And he found other ways to contribute, even if it was getting into transition. Excuse me, easy for me to say. Get out there and get some.
It's blasphemous. Damn.
Words means words.
I see y'all.